Attention, please. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
We live?
We live, man. Hey, he back.
Do you know how hard this was to keep from you?
I saw y'all had went live, and I'm like, hold on now. Hold on now. I was like, hey.
Yeah, when I saw you in the room, I was like, damn it.
I didn't even realize hey, you back though.
He's making a guest appearance.
Okay, that'll work. Hey, he back though. He back as a guest. I mean, he's still back. Twan, you there?
What's going on, man?
What's good?
Did you see his face, Twan? Did you see his face?
Yeah, I see his face.
I was surprised.
I sit there watch.
What?
You didn't know I was there the whole time. I've been watching you for a minute.
For real, I definitely didn't know.
He's been in the room.
Dang, I'm glad you're back as a guest.
So now, if I'm going to surprise you behind with Twan, this is how I would do it. Okay?
Okay, you did it. That was definitely a surprise. I was like, I'm thinking it was just me and you. I'm like, all right, let's get it. That boy Twan is back.
You see how dedicated he is? He's calling from the hospital bed.
Hey, I appreciate it. How you doing, Twan?
I'm all right, just cooling. I mean, pain and shit, but it is what it is.
Oh yeah.
Had to go through some shit for the past 3 weeks, but I'm all right.
I'm glad you all right after going through all late. You send the live out to the folks that I normally send it out to.
Yeah, I had to pay him $500 an hour to get him here.
I bet you did, especially him being in the hospital.
You know, say he's like, he's no cheap cookie boy. He ain't cheap.
What's good with you, Najee?
Not much. Just living life, learning, loving. I'm on a 4-day fast though. I ain't ate in 4 days, so day 5 will be tomorrow.
So why you fasting? What's going on?
Just detoxing my body.
Okay.
When I went to North Carolina, I don't usually eat bad. I'm more of a healthy eater, but when I was just like, went on vacation,
Mm-hmm.
My face started breaking out, my skin started. It was just like, my body's like, bro, you ain't a spring chicken no more. You can't be doing all this. But
yeah,
so I'm just detoxing my body right now. I was taking a couple of the little cleanses and whatnot to help me.
Oh, okay. I don't feel bad. I'm here. I'm with you. I'm there with you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, welcome to the live to another fabulous broadcast. It's your girl Trinity, and we're gonna do what we do every week, and that is to introduce the panelists. And today we're gonna start with the guest.
Well, Twan, as y'all should know, you can reach me at IG Cut 43, or even Cut 47, or even on Facebook, Antoine. So
Just Antoine on Facebook. Just
no, Antoine Downey. I wasn't trying to say the last name.
Well, how they gonna find you on Facebook?
You can reach me on Facebook. I'm gonna just say my first name, not the last.
But
why even mention the Facebook? Shut up, Trinity. Right. Nah, take it away.
As y'all know, I'm Najee. Y'all can follow me on IG at _Najee. You can follow me on all of the platforms at Healing with Najee. And I'm excited about today's show.
Oh yeah. And it's your girl Trinity. You can find me at actually my name changed on there. Now it's SoulCare _with _Trinity.
Oh wow, okay.
Yes. So with that being said and the introductions out the way, let's get this live started. Now, this actually was a TROJAN pick, Najee.
For real?
So this was picked out like what, 2 weeks ago, TROJAN?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been conspiring for that long, Naj.
I was about to say, damn, a 2 week. Y'all been. That's cool. I'm happy. I was happy.
He got that. Like he rich. That's what happens when you're in a swanky place. You start to laugh swanky.
Hey,
All right, so here's the
glad to
video
be
for
back.
tonight's discussion. Y'all ready? Let's
I'm
do
laughing
it.
at Najee crazy too.
So you're telling me that a woman has to go work like a man every day, and a man goes work and he's tired when he gets home. A woman's not tired. She has to clean, cook, do the dishes, do the laundry. Are you kidding me?
Why don't you want to do that?
What are you talking about? Why don't I want to do that? You know how tiring that is? Have you done that?
First of all,
I do it every day.
First of all, fellas, do not choose a woman who don't want to be a woman.
Right.
So you don't want to be a woman. No, you don't want to be a woman.
Yelling doesn't mean you're winning an argument. It's a sign of low intelligence. You can lower your voice and speak to me. I'm sitting right here. I can hear you.
And you're yelling all the time.
Men have different responsibilities. So all this, I cook and I clean and that's part of your function. But when your tire is flat, my function is to make sure you have a new tire.
But
when your car need an oil change, it's my job to make sure these people ain't ripping you off. We have different duties and functions and responsibilities. And if you don't love your duty, your function, your responsibility, you're not fit to be a wife, period.
Najee.
Man, that whole 50-50 thing. I love the examples that guys be using when they use the 50-50 thing. It's like, oh, when you have a flat tire, oh, when you have to go get an oil change. It's like, bruh, how often does a woman have a flat tire? How often does a woman need her oil change? So she don't like her duties as a wife when she has to cook and clean every day. And your whole discussion is about, oh, well, when once every 3 months or once every 2 months you have, or once a year when you have that oil change, I just change, like, or when you need your tire fixed, that's not 50-50 at that point. Like if you're only doing it on, oh, I'm gonna do it because she needs her tire fixed, or I'm gonna only show up for her, or they use the protection when you're out and who's gonna be your protector. It's like, how often are women being beat up by men? How often are women being attacked by men? Like, so the concept of 50-50, I think a lot of times guys misunderstand that dynamic because they're living in a delusional world based on social media and these insecure men getting on here and trying to tell guys how you need to be and how women need to be, and a role of a woman is to be this and a role of a man is to be this, as if every relationship is cookie cutter. I think it's actually comical and it's part delusional, because in the real world it's not 50-50, it's 70-30 sometimes, it's 20-80 sometimes. It just depends on the dynamic of the relationship. But to think, as a man, my whole role is to, whenever you need your oil change, I make sure they don't rip you off. Whenever you need your tire change, I make sure I do that. Like, bro, that's not 50-50 at that point. And it's not a balance. It's not a functional relationship when you only feel like you could show up based on those things. Like, what about the other aspects of life? You're not expecting her to only cook on holidays. If you're going to show up only when it's time for her to get her oil changed, or when it's time for her to change a tire, then she should only cook on the holidays or only cook on special occasions. Like, you wouldn't like that at that point, because that's how rare it is for you to always need your oil changed, or that's how rare it is for her to always need her tire changed. Like, unless you really be traveling like that. So to me, it's kind of delusional and funny in a sense, because most of these dudes don't actually know what they're talking about. They just be talking.
Swan?
I was gonna say Trinity.
Okay, because it was your pick. All right, you'll go last. I'm in a complete agreement with Najee over here. You know, his argument was way weak. To believe that you're going to compare what a woman does every single day to what somebody does when needed, maybe once, twice, or every 3 years, is totally ridiculous to me. You know, I think that the men that wants that woman to go 50-50, if I'm going to be open and honest, I think that he is not a performing man. Because a man is supposed to be able to, well, maintain where he lives. Now, here's where it gets here's where the 50-50 idea comes in. It's because usually the guy is moving in with the chick, right? Or they're getting a place together. But if a woman was to move in with a man, he would already be a set provider because
100%.
he would have already been paying for his own rent, his own utilities, his own shit. So therefore, now when she comes in, she's coming in as a contributor, not a burden.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that men are like shaped today, it's like they need a hand up, or they look at the woman's finances where they're saving half as
Mm-hmm.
as somewhat of a come up. So they're making a come up off of a woman's income. The thing is, have your woman move into your place, or if you're gonna get a place together, you put your name on the lease
100%.
and leave her name off the lease until you get married, and then you buy a house and both names are on the deed. And I think that would eliminate the idea of 50-50. Like, no man can who has his own already can come to me and tell me you want 50-50. Negro, what? 50-50? Oh, so you're going to do your laundry, you're going to cook your meals, you're going to do your shit because, well, we are 50-50. That means I do my laundry, I pay for my shit, and at this point, we're just
Roommates.
humping roommates. And you know what? Men don't want that.
No.
But a chick would be fine with that. The men don't want that. The man wants to pretend that they're going to contribute to the chores. Granted, it's going to be, do you know how hard I work? What are the chances are that a man is going to contribute to the chores if his work is laborious and hers is an office cushiony job? He's going to guilt her. He's going to try to make her feel bad. You know what I'm saying? It's a scam. That 50-50 relationship shit is a scam. And I don't care who feels what about it. And any woman who signs up for a 50-50 relationship, she's an idiot. Because she don't have a functioning, performing man. She just has a guy that she's sharing a bed with, that she's humping on when it's convenient. And that's that. Twan?
Me personally, I might be wrong. I don't know, but I didn't get that. That's what she was basically saying. What I got from it was she was tired of doing her part. That's what I got from it. I may understood it wrong or not. I might have to go back and go back over it again because I did I sent it to Trinity and asked her what she thought about it, and we was talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, I really don't get that. I don't get the part that like she like far as with him. I don't. I think he was what he was basically saying. It was when after she said what she said. I think he was basically saying was like, well, when you need your tire change and you need your oil change, you this and that. You know what I mean? I'm not going. I won't feel like doing this and doing that. Since she's saying that she don't feel like doing cooking or doing this and that when she get home from work and all this other good shit. Because you know when women drive a car or whatever, they don't check oil change. Majority of women don't check their oil change. They just get in their car and go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they ain't worrying about you know tire probably need to be changed or the tire flat or whatever. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? Like I said, most women, you know what I mean, they don't do what for us what us men do. You know what I mean? Us men, we don't drive our cars like that. You understand what I'm saying? We just check oil change. If it need an oil change, we're gonna take it straight to the joint, get it changed, or tire, we know you're gonna take it straight, get it fixed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, most women, they get in their car, they ain't worrying about none of that shit. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? If the engine grade fall out, they ain't worrying about that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I know a lot of women that gets to the car and be like, "Pound." So what I like I said, what I got from it was he was basically just like going off of what she was saying. You know what I mean? Like cook, clean, and this and that. When I get off from work, I gotta do this and that. Cook, clean, make sure you eat and all this other stuff. I don't feel like doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think he came back with the part where as though he's like, well, when you need your tire change, or you need this and this and that, I'm not gonna feel like doing it. So I
Yeah.
guess that's where like the 50-50 thing comes in the mix of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I might be wrong, I might not, I don't know. But I think that's where the 50-50 thing part lies in the part in the situation. Because me, I believe in when you if you married or whatever, you supposed to take care of home.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Make sure home is good and shit like that. You
Mm-hmm.
supposed to take majority of the weight from the woman. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And making sure majority of things in the house that the heavy bulk of the side is taken care of. Her job is the lesser part.
Mm-hmm.
Cook, clean, you know what I mean? Make sure you good or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see it as no 50-50 thing because if the man taking part of the situation, it's not like 50-50. You know what
Even
I'm
if
saying?
even if they both are working, or is this when she stays at if she's a stay-at-home wife?
I mean, well, if she's a stay-at-home wife, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But if she's working too, because majority some women probably gonna want to work because I
Yeah.
mean they won't want their own money. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So come in. I'm sorry, yeah,
You good. You good.
yeah, I'm on the show right now, sir. I'm doing a show right now. You here? How long you here to? All right, come back. Make sure you come back and see me. All right. Sorry about that,
No,
but
you good.
yeah, like I said, I don't. I mean, the 50-50. I mean, but all these women out here got a problem with 50-50. I don't. I mean, if you living by yourself and all this other shit, you know what I'm saying? You gonna have to do what you gotta do. You know what I mean to survive in your household or whatever, and make sure your household is good. And that's the same way, as far as with men. If we living by ourselves or whatever, we still gotta do what we gotta do to make sure we good. You know what I'm saying? As far as our house and stuff, pay our bills and stuff like that. I think everybody get confused when it comes down to when it's like when you get with someone, y'all get together, y'all supposed to be girlfriend and boyfriend, and then y'all decide to move in together. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all still girlfriend and boyfriend. That's where the 50-50 part like start lying in that. But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, when you marry, when you take that next step and you get married and shit like that, that's where the man's supposed to. In my book, I
Mm-hmm.
think the man's supposed to take the bulk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, and make sure. You know what I mean. Shit, good. Make sure that motherfuckers ain't stressing. You know what I mean. Try to make shit lesser in the house. You know what I mean. Make sure everybody good and stuff like that. I think that's the job. That's the man of the job was supposed to do. Because I know that's what I was doing. You know what I mean. I took the bulk of it. You know what I'm saying. I paid the bills, made sure everything was gravy and shit like that. All you really need to do, and she wasn't working. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. So all you really need to do is make sure house clean, clothes clean, got something to eat when I come in the house. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I think that's why I think that I think the 50-50 just that shit is bullshit to me for real, for real. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I don't. I mean, people don't get it when it comes down to 50-50 because I think I said Trinity something again today about what was it today, Trinity? I sent you something again today about I was like, yo, check this out. The girl, what the girl say? She's Oh, she was looking for the guy. You muted, Trina. Trina, you muted.
Yeah, I was talking to the ear.
Oh,
You talk about the chick with the nails done and the
yeah.
dating?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was about to disagree with you until the very end when you said until you get married,
Yeah.
you know. And I think that when I speak the 50-50, it's that thing right there. However, my view of marriage is beyond the paper. You understand? Like, I wouldn't get with somebody who I did not already see as my husband. Because if I didn't already see that man as my husband, he would not get wifely privileges from me. And if he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't get wifely privileges from me, then how is he going to see me as his wife? So I think that's where a conundrum may begin. Or should I say where the conundrum may start in the woman's mind, where we say don't give boyfriends, wife, husband privileges, right?
Right.
I don't know. I just still have an issue. I mean, I get your point, Twan. Like, if you're moving in with somebody, you want to, you know what I'm saying? They're not married. You guys are not married. You're not certain that they're going to stay for the long haul, right?
Right.
So the 50-50 is the, you know, the ideal position to take.
Right.
But my thing is, why get into a relationship with somebody that you don't already see as your spouse? Isn't that what
Mm-hmm.
dating is about? Isn't that what dating with intentions and courting is about?
Not the thing.
So if I'm a woman
Mm-hmm.
looking to see if you, Twan, are my would be my husband, and I'm looking for a provider, you would cancel yourself out because you are requiring me to help you provide for me. That's what translates in the woman's mind. And
Mm-hmm.
now, what the girl was saying, it wasn't that she didn't want to do those duties.
Yeah, I
Her
thought she was.
thing is, why should I be with a man if I'm still living as if I'm single, where I am paying all the bills already, where I'm
Right.
doing all the cooking already, where I'm doing all the laundry already, where I'm doing all the shopping already. If I'm doing all of this already, what the hell do I need with you? So I think men have to realize that if a woman is looking for a provider, he has to show up as a provider, no different than a man looking for his wife. That woman has to already be a wife and show up so he can determine if she's his wife. Everybody wants to
Mm-hmm.
date safe. And I think this is the issue. Everybody wants to be safe. But I think in their safety, what they're trying to save is their pockets. Everybody wants to save their pockets. The women want to save her pockets. The men want to save their pockets. And no one is in it
Mm-hmm.
for the relationship. Which brings me to the special surprise, because you know Trinity's full of surprises, right? Right here.
Why should a man get married when women leave so easily?
This is what I think. Most women are so bought into the vision of marriage that they never really consider what it means to be a wife. So then when they get into marriage and now they are a wife, they hate the role because they don't know what it is. And most times, because in society, they make you feel like you need to get married and start a family, they choose the person that they like the most. Maybe even they love the most in that moment. But marriage is not something that should be based inside of, I like this person enough. They were persistent enough. They were romantic enough. Marriage, to make it in the long haul, has to be rooted in something real, like God, purpose, and alignment, similar core values. And so if you don't have that, a man really doesn't want to get married, but if he does get married and it's not rooted in the right things, she will leave. So a woman is leaving if she's doing wrong partner choice. And if the man is doing wrong partner choice, if we're doing wrong partner choice, then you shouldn't want to get married.
Right.
But you should absolutely want to get married if you are aligned with someone rooted in God, rooted in your purpose, and submitted to the mission of alignment for your life, in my personal opinion.
And I believe that the 50-50 relationship goes against that. because it's not about the relationship. It's about what can I save under the pretense of what can we build.
It's yeah, I agree. I think it's an illusion. I think it's like my biggest thing is like if you're gonna do relationships, and you know my views, I don't believe them, but if it don't make sense to me if people are like, oh, be my girlfriend, but I'm like, why not marry them at that point? If you want to, but everybody's mindset is like, oh, we don't know yet. We need to test the waters. We need to kind of go with the flow and see how. And it's like, well, if that's the case, then marry them first and then get a divorce if it don't work out. But it's like, no, I'm kind of scared. I don't. But it's like it don't make sense to me if a person wants exclusivity from another person, meaning I want your body only to me and nobody else can have it, but I'm not willing to do the extraness, the next step to make you my wife, you're still playing girlfriend and boyfriend. To me, it don't make sense because it's almost like a manipulation thing. You're only trying to get what you want from this person, and you're using the boyfriend or girlfriend label to justify why you're still in this experience. And it's like the moment you're no longer getting what you want, then you guys break up. But when y'all break up, what is actually lost? And it's like, well, you wasn't my wife. You wasn't my wife, so that means you could leave and I could leave, and we just go our separate ways. So there people are doing relationships. They're doing it like easy. It's like I don't have no risk involved. There's no risk, and with marriage, there's risk involved because you guys are obligated financially. You guys become one. So now it's one of those things where if y'all do divorce, it's not as easy as people think it is. So now it's like, oh, I can't just, I want a divorce and leave. But that's the thing. Like she said, I feel like a lot of women like the idea of marriage, but not the reality of what it is. Everybody wants to get married. But when you're actually married, what do you want after that? So you have to start to find something else because you already have it. So everybody likes the concept of marriage, but they don't like the reality of what it takes to be in a marriage. And most people have never actually been in a successful relationship. Huh?
No, I was just saying I was agreeing with you, what it all boils down to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people look at hear the word marriage, and a lot of people get married but don't know the real meaning of being married.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit goes with that. You know what I mean? And a lot of rules and regulations go with it as well. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't bear with it or deal with it, don't do it. Don't get yourself into something that you can't handle. And a lot of people get themselves into stuff that they can't handle. You know what I mean? And then when they get involved with it and they see how hard it is and this and that, and at first I can't deal with this. I'm ready to get a divorce. I'm ready to do this and I'm ready to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or it's a lot of argument. You know what I mean? To force it towards that issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But if a lot of people, that's why people get afraid when it comes down to getting married. They prefer to try to stay as girlfriend and boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? But like Trinity said, the idea when you start dating someone and the idea is to move to the next level. You know what I'm saying? The person that you meet, them you want to meet someone that you not want to have to start all over with. If you get what I'm coming from, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to when you meet someone. The first thing you hear be like, okay, I think I think me and him might make it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Might do this, might do that. Ain't nobody trying to get with someone and 5 months later you gotta start all over.
Yeah.
Nobody's with none of that. But like I said, a lot of people hear the concept of marriage. They just hear the word marriage, but don't know the real true meaning of marriage and what goes along with it. If
Yeah.
you know what goes along with it, maybe a lot of people wouldn't even get married for real, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think. Oh, Trinity.
Yeah, I think with the 50-50 relationship is a sense of safety, even for the men. I think men feel safe with the 50-50 because, well, one, they've only seen their mom struggle. So they only seen, that their mom struggle, right? So they don't want to struggle. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But also, I think that 50-50 relationship puts too much responsibility on today's men, today's guys.
The
I don't think.
50-50 do?
I mean, I'm sorry. The provider, the sole provider relationship. Thank
How
you.
about 50-50?
The sole provider relationships puts too much responsibility on the man, and that's why I think most men don't even want to be married today. The man that wants a 50-50 relationship is not looking for a wife. He's looking for comfortability. That's
Yeah.
point. And I'll say to anybody, a man who wants 50-50 does not want a wife. Because when you want a wife, that comes with responsibilities. That comes with obligations. You understand what I'm saying? So any man that talks 50-50 to me, I already in my mind can see he's not a husband. He's a boyfriend.
He's a boyfriend, and
He's
anybody
a
should.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where once you start to really understand it, especially in the relationship dynamic and the 50-50 dynamic, it's about being halfway in. That's all it is. Like being a boyfriend is like I'm halfway there. I'm not fully committed to you, but I can say I'm committed to you because we had a verbal agreement. So therefore, since we verbally agreed, that means we committed. But that's high school. That's what we do in high school. That's
Right.
more so elementary. That's childlike. Because the child don't really have responsibility. I see you on the weekends, we talk on the phone, we good. I see you at school, we good. You're not really in it. But in today's society, people want the idea of husband or wife, but they don't like the responsibilities of what comes with it.
Right.
Ooh, I
They
want
want the convenience.
this my wifey, but it's like, is she, are y'all married? It's like, well, I don't really believe in the whole marriage. So why are you playing girlfriend? And why not just be friends at that point? Why not she do her thing, you do your thing? Why not just do that? But it's like I won't be able to control her, so I use the boyfriend girlfriend label as a way to manipulate her into believing there's going to be more. So women get into relationships desiring the idea of being married one day to this person. In their mind, it's like, nah, I ain't really. Yeah, she ain't. Because it's like it to me, it don't make sense. Especially the women I know who want to get married, for them to be with the guy 10 years, 13 years, 12 years, 5 years, 6, and y'all have never been married and you want to get married. So what are you? Well, I'm just waiting for him. He said he needs to get his finances. But in my head, it's like, who told you need to get finance? Who came up with this concept that you have to be financially? That was based on back in the day when they were doing dowries and you asked for the dad for his daughter's hand in marriage. So you're bringing something to the father to pay for the daughter. But now you need to be financially stable first before you marry. That logic just doesn't make sense to me, but women roll with it because they love the idea of being chosen or being kept. My man, it don't make sense to me. But if you were trying to get married, why not just get married? Why not do it? What's the setback? What's the holdup? But again, that's for people in today's society. People don't want to get married. They like the idea of being in a relationship. Because that's why it's like, oh, women leave too easy. But it's like people don't realize most folks don't really know how to choose somebody. Like they focus more on the aspect of the label or the title than they do the connection itself. They don't care about friendship. Nowadays, you have sex with a woman first, and then it's like, what are we? It's like, what are we? What do you mean, what are we? Well, we just had sex. So therefore, I need to be yours, and you need to be. And it's like, it's not about learning each other and actually genuinely connecting to this person for who they are and realize, okay, there's certain qualities and characteristics about you that might not necessarily fit the idea of what I want in a woman. And that's cool. We can be friends. But a lot of times people destroy the idea of a friendship and they like, oh, we need to be in a relationship. It's like, forget this friendship stuff. Forget taking the time to learn you. Forget taking the time to experience you, to see you on different aspects of your life. We need to go straight to being girlfriend and boyfriend. And then it's like, why? And that's why people like then women are going to leave or guys it's like y'all don't know how to choose because y'all are using society's definition on things of what you need to look for in a woman to know if she's going to be a wife without actually taking the time to pay attention to the little things, paying attention to her character, how she is for herself, how she shows up for her friends, how she shows up for herself. Like it's a lot of stuff that people don't pay attention to because a lot of times people have this idea of I want you to have these certain characteristics. And if you have these 3 characteristics, that means you're going to be the perfect husband for me, or that means you're going to be a perfect girlfriend for me, or perfect wife. And it's like, no, y'all don't pay attention. Y'all don't know how to choose people based on who they are, because most people are only dealing with you for what they can get from you. They're not trying to connect to you for who you are as a person, because if that was the case, there wouldn't be so many issues in today's society. But yet, here we are.
I think that, we should gauge our mate not based on who we think that they should be, but who would be best for us to personally develop ourselves with. You understand?
100%.
I think we are looking for people to replace personal development.
100%.
And we require our partners to be, do, and say and have something other than what they come with, so that they can feel better and be better in their dysfunction or their immaturity or their lack of self-control. Like these
100%.
mofos who ain't hitting that like button. We got 5 people up in this
Hit that
place.
like button, please.
Use that self-control and hit that thumbs up.
100%.
Show us that you care about the content. You know what I'm saying? We got our boy Twan. He's like hospital bedridden, and he's like, I'm going to make it to the show for the people.
Twan, don't talk. You can't talk because she just ruined it. Because you ain't gonna be like, oh, you gonna talk normal.
You're gonna be all strong with his voice, mess it up for me, making me look like a fibber.
You know what? It's crazy.
As if you didn't know that already, but yet here you still are, and you keep coming back. So you crazier. But with that said, right?
Listen, Shay had a question.
Yeah, I'm about to say. With that said, Shay said, "What are the duties of a wife and a husband?" I got y'all.
What is the duty of a wife and a husband?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. You want to answer that? Go ahead.
Yeah, Trinity got it.
The duties of a wife is to protect her man's character with her behavior. A duty of a wife is to ensure that he has everything that he physically needs so that he can perform at his optimized function. The duty of a wife is to be a listening ear, and a wise voice when necessary. A duty of a wife is to respect and honor her husband's presence and his hard work, because, well, it was God who sent him to her. It is the duty of a wife to make sure that she does everything in her power to work with him in a cooperative manner. The duty of a husband is to protect her emotional state. The duty of a husband is to ensure that he provides for her in the way that she needs provision so that she can work and operate and carry out the duties that he sets forth. The duty of a husband is to actually give her the tasks, because she's helping him towards her vision. The duty of a husband is to provide space for that woman to work. That duty of a husband is to love his wife as he does the Lord. The duty of a husband is to show up for her when she feels at her least.
Okay, Twan, you wanna say anything on what you think the duties?
I agree with her. That's what the duties is.
You see, the duties isn't cooking and cleaning, paying bills. No, that's adulting. People. Okay, that's like adulting. Duties is making sure that your partner has what they need so that they can help you help yourself. And that goes both ways.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't speak
So
on
what do you think is the duties, Naj?
me. I think it's just based on the dynamic. I don't think it's just more so for me. It's just making the person you're experiencing, making their life easier, and vice versa. If there's any area that I'm better at in, that I can help you get better at in, then I'll show up and help you in those areas. I think a lot of times people almost like make it to where it's like once you get that label wife, because I'm sure like Trinity, you were being you when you met your husband. It wasn't okay, let me suppress this part of me and then wait for him to give me the title or give me the ring or make me his wife, then I'm gonna show him these things. And I think a lot of times people aren't authentically just being themselves and naturally flowing. I think any type of relationship should be about, whether it's a friendship, it all is the same thing to me. But it's about making each other's life easier. If there's areas in which I can help you grow and help you become better at, that I'm good at, then I'm gonna help you. And vice versa, is showing up for you in the times in which you need somebody to show up for you. And if I can be there and do it, I'll do it. And vice versa, if you could do that for me, I think it's one of those things where it's a real like partnership versus people almost like picking and choosing. Like, okay, I'm not going to be this way today, but then if tomorrow, if you make me your girlfriend or if you make me your wife, then I'm gonna show up. I think it's more so genuinely having appreciation for the person that you're experiencing and trying to make their life easier, and vice versa, making each other's life easier, because that's what it's really all about to me. And those duties could look different depending on the circumstance and the situation and the person. But at the end of the day, it's all about how can I show up for you and make your life easier, and how can you show up for me and make my life easier, with the intentions of helping each other grow into better individuals for themselves. I'm not trying to show up and help you become the person that I want you to become for me, as long as it's beneficial to me. No, I'm showing up and helping you become the best version of yourself that I could do, because that's where I'm at within myself. Most people are not looking to a person to be able to help them. They're looking to receive something for a person. So now both individuals are getting into it, or getting into the relationship with a mindset of, what can I gain from this person? Mm-hmm. Instead of how can I help this person grow and develop, and vice versa. So I think it's all about the duties will be about trying to make each other's life easier and making life flow and making it more peaceful to me.
Yeah, I think it's about complementing weaknesses and strengths. But I think, at least in my personal experiences, the guy, it's not about working with my strength. It's about trying to force me to do what makes them comfortable, and it's like, it goes against my nature. Like, I can't work like this, you know what I mean? And there was, contention at some point. I think that when we respect each other's individualism and nurture who they are, where they are, and also do what you can to personally develop yourself.
100%.
I think relationships are the best opportunities for development, right? You can develop your communication style. You can develop social skills. You can develop relationship skills. You can develop so many skills in, just being with someone. But I think that most people are just caught up in the rat race, that they only see financial benefits and gain. They don't tend to the partner's emotional state. They don't tend to their partner at all.
At all.
I'm going to be just completely honest. The tending to the partner is, like on the back burner.
Nope.
It's like, yo, we got to get this money. We got to get this money. We got to get this money. And it's like, but what about me? You want me to help you get money, but you're not feeding into me. You're just extrapolating from me. You just want to drain me. Like, I can't function at my maximum because you're draining me. You're like a drill sergeant. You're not a leader.
No safe space. Yeah, not a lead. Can't teach me.
You're not a leader. A leader teaches. You know what it is? I'm gonna be honest. Most men require 50-50 relationships because they're not leaders.
I agree.
That's it. Because if a man was a leader, he would come with his vision already made, and he would have been working towards his vision for some time, to where he doesn't need her to help him keep it going. He just needs her to assist him in like the mundane task, the little task. You know what I'm saying? The lesser than important task.
Yep.
Because what men have to deal with on a day-to-day alone should let them want to have to be relieved of laundry, cooking, errands. But men today want the woman to help him be a man and provide for her while being a woman and doing for him. Lying and say, "Oh, I do my part." What part? What if your woman don't have a car? That knocks out the car shit. Now, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
I live in New York City. You don't need a car. So what are you doing as a man?
I'm protecting you whenever
How?
you.
I haven't gotten robbed yet. I haven't got my ass kicked yet. What do I need you for? You see what I'm saying? Most men want to talk about, oh, I'm the protector, but you're protecting nothing. Oh,
And
I'm providing. What are you providing a woman today? The problem is men don't know what women need provision for today because they're looking at the women of the yesteryears and they're basing the women today and they're not needing the needs of the woman back then. And they're trying to make women be needy the way that they were back then, but we can't be. And
Wait a minute,
because
Trinity.
men, let me say something that I'll land here.
Go,
Men
go.
today have not had the example of a provider or a leader under their roof on a daily basis to know what a provider and a leader is supposed to do for his woman, not just for his household. I yield. I land.
Okay. I'm gonna have to disagree with you just a little bit, Trinity, because some of these women out here are very stubborn. Some of these women out here be wanting more than, how can I put it?
They feel entitled.
Either entitled or more than what they think they deserve. You know what I'm saying? You got you got some of these women out here will put a man through hot water and hell
Mm-hmm.
just to get one little thing.
Can you give me like an example, just something you think about? Because I'm curious when you.
I ain't get there yet.
Oh, okay.
But no, I mean, some women like to argue just to try to get their point across. Just say now I'm gonna use you as an example, Najee. You don't let's just say you don't like to argue,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you got a woman that just enough just like to have things their way.
Mm-hmm.
Just say you like something simple. Let's just say you forgot to take the clothes down to the laundry room or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You just came in the house. You gonna get to it,
Mm-hmm.
but you just ain't do it just yet.
You ain't move fast enough for her.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And she just start going off on you. Just start bitching for no apparent reason. When she can just come to you and say, "Babe, can you please take that down there or whatever," or just communication. Some
Mm-hmm.
women don't know how to communicate. You know what I mean? Some women know how. All they know how to do is try to talk at you instead of talking with you. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
that's where a lot of relationships go wrong at, because a lot of women and men don't know how to communicate. You know what I'm saying? And when it all boils down to, when it comes to get too late, that's when the bullshit happens.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Question: where do you
well,
disagree? Because right now I agree with everything you're saying.
no, no, no,
So
no.
I'm like so confused. I'm like, okay, I get, yeah,
No,
he
no, it
right.
was just, it
I
was
think you were
simple.
speaking for more the man's. You were speaking for more of the man's perspective and how men see the 50-50.
Got you.
He was speaking
Right,
Okay, so it wasn't
right,
a
he was,
right,
it
disagreement
was
as
yeah,
much
it
as it
wasn't a
was a
dis.
build up, a
right,
building
right,
on.
Yes,
Okay,
right.
all
yeah.
right, I got
Because
There
you.
we
I
you
go.
got you.
said about how some of the women are, and you were saying how some of the
No,
guys. Yeah,
like he's not here. Well, I said what I said, but
yeah.
he's absolutely correct. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and I think that the woman that you're referring to, Twan, I like to refer to those women as self sabotagers, right?
Hmm.
They they self-sabotage so that they have to be that argumentative individual so that when the leaving takes place, it's their idea.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a coping a mechanism for them to feel safe in their unsafe feeling about being in a relationship.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna use. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use what we was talking about earlier when I said to you. When the girls say, "This is where some people mess their blessings up at," right? The girl tell the guy. He tells her, you trying to go out or whatever,"
Mm-hmm.
and basically he's trying to take her out so he can get to know her. You know what this woman come out her mouth and say?
Where you taking me?
"No, you gonna bless my cash app?"
But
Yeah.
a lot of these women, especially nowadays, they're getting this stuff from social media. Where when a woman says she don't need a man, she's talking about finances. Like it's everything is either for the women it's about money, and for the guys it's about sex. And that's
Right.
like, bro, that's so minuscule when it comes to the grand scheme of individuals and people as a whole. Like, y'all are so concerned about, okay, I don't want her to have sex with nobody, and the women are like, I don't want him to have sex with nobody else. But it's like, forget his character, forget all the other stuff. It's just, as long as he's not having sex with nobody else, he could do whatever he want. As long as he's not having sex with a woman, or the guys are like, as long as she's not having sex, and that's all that matters. And the woman's like, well, as long as he's paying me, that's all that, or giving me money. It's like, that's not the dynamic of the relationship. I think a
Relationship.
lot of
Right.
times people are not secure, not whole within themselves, and they're looking for another person to complete them. But in them looking for another person to complete them, they have to continuously live in a story of lack. So it's like, I'm not enough within myself, so I need to find somebody else who can build me up instead of me learning to build myself up. And I
Right.
think that's where the dynamic is skewed, because it's childish. It's very minuscule. And I think a lot of times, most of these people who are speaking about relationships and whatnot, they actually have never been in a successful, happy, healthy relationship before to even know what comes with that. They know what comes with toxic, unhealthy relationships, and they're using those toxic, unhealthy relationships as a gauge to determine what I want with the next person, or as a gauge to determine what is actually healthy or whatnot. And they're not even paying attention to the role that they played. Like, you
Right.
chose this person. Like, you saw those signs before. It's not like, oh, I didn't know he had this in him. Like, you did know he had it. Oh, I didn't know she had. You did know. She was
Yeah, you
arguing
did.
before. You
Right.
just chose, oh, the sex was good, so therefore I'm gonna just focus on that. Or, oh, he was just giving me money, he was taking care of me, so I would just focus on that. And it's like, we don't like to pay attention to the signs that are there, because most of the time people have this idea again of what they want from a person. Like, I have a marriage, it's just characteristics that I want to experience. It's not the person
Mm.
as a whole. And that's where the issue is, because it's like, no, you're a whole person. There's all different aspects of you. And you're thinking, I only want to experience the three aspects of you. I don't want to experience all the other aspects of you, because those experiencing those other aspects of you is not what I envisioned in my head that I wanted to see as my husband, or as my wife, or as my girlfriend. And I think that's what a disconnect is, because once they start to show up after the honeymoon phase, after the little snickle was cute, the little laugh was cute in the beginning, because now you can't stand it, then it's like, oh man, she changed, or oh man, my feelings changed. It was like, no, you never actually was paying attention to who she was. You were paying attention to how you felt. And how you felt was, oh, I feel better than how I felt with my last person. And oh, this person feels better. And it's like, yeah, everybody gets that dopamine rush in the beginning, because they're not actually paying attention to the reality of what they're experiencing. They're paying attention to the potential. Oh, we had fun. We went to the movies. Oh, we did all this fun stuff in the beginning. But then once you get with the person, you actually are tied in with that person, you're going to see the different aspects of that person. And most people are like, oh, I didn't know you had that character. I don't want you. And it's like, well, if you would have took the time to actually get to know her, or to actually get to know him, to understand him, to see him, versus having placing him in the box based on the idea of you want him to be your husband or your boyfriend, then you would be able to see this. You would have been able to
But
see those characteristics.
but you know something though, Najee? A person really don't know a person until y'all move in together. When y'all really, because even when y'all like girlfriend and boyfriend or whatever. One, I wanted to say this too.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go back to what I'm just saying, but nowadays it's hard to find a wife or a husband nowadays. Within these years we coming to now, it's hard to find one because everybody's so tied up to the internet. Not even necessarily internet. These celebrity people, how they with the rap shit, you know what I mean, the music, Gorilla Glow and all this other shit. Everybody tied into that, so it's so hard to find a person that you will want to spend the rest of your life. Everybody want to wear booty shorts. Everybody want to wear shorts all up there, you know what I mean, halfway off the ass. Everybody want to dress half naked and shit like that. You don't want that. No, no, you're not gonna find. No, I mean, you might find a wife that dressed like that, and I'm telling you, you ain't gonna find a wife that's dressed like that. You know what I'm saying? Because who would want a woman that want to show her body off to the whole fucking world instead of you showing your body to that one person that you're involved with? You understand what I'm saying? Nobody wants nothing like that.
Let
So
me
it's
ask
one.
you this, Twan, because you said something about you know.
Women train. Let me, because I wanted to go back to what I was originally saying.
Okay.
Um, but it's like I said, it's hard to find that person that you would say, okay, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you when you get involved with a person, you trying to do the girlfriend and boyfriend thing, and y'all trying to get to know each other, see where the next phase go and stuff like that. It's hard. It's really hard these days. It ain't like how when I say when your grandparents or your mom or your mom was not back in their day when it's coming up in their days. You know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
know, back then, your grandparents and them, some of your grandparents, if they still alive, whatever, and they still with their husband, they've been together for what, 40, 50 years. You know what I mean? A marriage don't even last 10 years with some of these people. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. It's just hard. It's really hard these days, the way the year's going and the way the world's going. It's really hard, for real, for real. Go ahead, Trinity. You gonna say what you gonna say?
So my question is like, and this would be for like the men's info, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would you know a woman is a wife?
How do you know?
No, how do you know?
Oh, how do I know?
Mhm.
Yeah, like what does a wife look like?
To me, to me,
Great
loyalty.
question.
To me, your loyalty. You know what I'm saying, and your love, and how you present yourself.
So if a woman
Cause,
has
lo-
booty
cause
shorts on, is she presenting herself as a wife?
no,
Well, then you know off the bat that every woman who got on booty shorts, she's not it.
no, cause the way you, first of all, it's the way you dress yourself. First of all,
Modesty, I get it.
yeah, it's the way you dress yourself. If you so into wearing stuff like that and being half naked so the whole world can see, cause you know what I mean, y'all be walking down the street, you got a dude turn around like, damn, Shorty fast as a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Who want to go through all that?
No,
No,
I get it.
I don't think no man want to go through all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, she looked nice and stuff like that, but you can do that with me in the house. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You don't have to do that out here in the world for everybody to see. Hey, everybody turning heads, everybody looking like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to go through, because all that do is create a problem.
Yeah, the reason
The
why I
way I
asked
see it.
that was because you said that everybody's wearing booty shorts, and you don't know,
No, it
which
was
one
just
is the
something
wife. So
that was
that's why I
just.
was like, what does a wife look like? But you explained. But I do want to address this, right? And I want you guys to answer first before I chime in.
Okay.
And the question is, should a man or woman display these qualities at the boyfriend girlfriend level, meaning husband and wife qualities? Because we were talking about what is the role of the duties of a husband and the duties of a wife, and then that's when Leia asked that question. So, what do you think about that? Should a man or woman display husband, wife character traits before you get married or after?
Twan, you want to go?
Hold on. Explain it again. I'm sorry. Explain it again, Tron.
Should a man and a woman display their wife or husband qualities before their before the marriage? In other
Yes.
in other words, in a boyfriend, I can't stand it. I don't know. I think when I
You
got
good?
past
We
a certain
understand. We got
age,
it.
No, we
when I got
understand
past a
what you're
certain
saying.
age,
Go
my
ahead.
boyfriend girlfriend is like, "Ugh."
But no,
What you get wrong for a boyfriend? You know what I mean?
I think you should.
Man, that's what I be thinking. But hey, what do I?
What do you
I
know,
think you
right?
should be displaying that before you get married.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
Nod.
before you should be displaying that before you get married, not after you get married. Because you know what I mean.
Chances
No,
are you won't get married. I mean, I
right.
don't understand why that's not even a concept. Like, if I'm not showing up as a wife to a man who's looking for a wife, and I'm only showing up as his girlfriend, he's gonna only think of me as his girlfriend. I'm not a wife. But however, Leah, I'm sorry. You were
If you,
supposed to go
I
now.
put you like
Now
this.
you're
If you,
supposed to go.
No, you good.
I'm sorry.
You good.
If you doing girlfriend and boyfriend things, that's where you're gonna be at. Girlfriend, boyfriend category. You know what I'm saying? But it's always things to grow. I mean, progress to the next stage. You get what I'm saying? So, but if you steady doing that, want to be like 50-50 situation, and you ain't displaying that you're a husband type, if that's what you really going for. Yeah, I mean, like a girl, a wife. You looking for a wife, or you looking for a husband, and you not displaying that. Yeah, you're gonna be in that category. You know what I mean? I'm sure they probably would pick it up like, well, I'm looking for a husband. I'm not looking for all that unnecessary nonsense stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like I say, the 50-50 thing, even when I mean, you doing the girlfriend and boyfriend thing, me personally, you know what I'm saying? I still think, you know what I mean, if we together and we really rolling together, we really rolling deep and shit like that together for real. I really think a man's supposed to take bulk of it. I think that's you supposed to take the bulk of it or whatever. But if she's not wifey material, you should know that off the break. You know what I mean? Who you dealing with, if
So,
she's wifey material or not.
so is it safe to say, Tuan, and this is for the female listeners, right?
Mm-hmm.
That if it's not safe to say, let me know, right?
Go ahead.
But is it safe to say that a man will provide for his wife or for a woman he sees as his wife? And if he wants to go to 50-50, it's because he doesn't see her as his wife.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, you can
It's just
explain
his
that.
girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Naj, what are your thoughts? Should a man or a woman display those qualities
I
at
think.
the not married level?
Yeah. I think 100% they should. Like to me, it don't make sense to me. I ain't even gonna lie. Like even the girlfriend and boyfriend thing is kind of weird to me because it's like if you're gonna be this way, be this way. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna like I know Trinity, she need help right now, but I'm not her boyfriend, so you know what? I'm not gonna help her. It's like to me, it don't make sense. If these qualities are stuff that you actually like to do, why not do them? Like it's like, oh, I love cooking, but since you didn't make me your girlfriend, I'm not gonna cook for you. And it's
That's
like
exactly what it is.
that,
Yeah.
that don't make it don't make
It don't make
sense to me
sense.
because it's almost like you're almost like trying to manipulate. Like, okay, I'm gonna only give you a little bit just so you can give me what I want. But then it's like now we're trying to play a game here. And that's
Yeah.
why I think a lot of relationships don't work, because of the fact that nobody's actually trying to make each other better. Like, how can I make your life easier? How can I make his life or her life easier? It's like, no, it's like, okay, I'm gonna only make this person's life this much easier. And then if they make my life that much easier, then I'm gonna make it that much. Like, it's almost, it's weird to me.
Tit for tat, but in
Yeah,
a
it's like
weird
There you
sort of
go.
way.
yeah, it's like reverse, but it's based on hurt and fear. It's like, nah, I'm like Leah said about women saying I'm only gonna do wife things, but not as a girlfriend, or what she saying, I'm not doing wife things as a girlfriend. The thing is, are you being you? That's the question. Because being a girlfriend, if you're not being you, then that's not gonna work. And as a wife, if you're not being you, that's not gonna work. So it's just really understanding, like, are you being fully you? Are you embracing you? And a lot of times people don't fully embrace themselves. But I always think it's so interesting, especially y'all know I don't believe in relationships, but if I believed in the concept of marriage, the last 7 girls I've experienced, I would have married them. Like, I don't understand. It's like weird, or it's just interesting to me how, like, a lot of people say, like, it's hard finding someone. It's hard, like it's hard in the dating world. It's hard to find a wife. It's hard. And it's like, what are y'all? How are y'all? What characteristics? I ask questions. I pay attention. I pick up on deep. Like, it's so interesting, because it's like, how is it so difficult to find somebody to have a genuine connection with if you're actually paying attention?
It's
Like,
hard to find somebody who's going to allow me to not have to personally grow, to not have to develop, to not have to become better, and will love me as I am, while I will demand them to become better, to personally develop, and to make something more of themselves. That's all that means.
yeah. But the crazy thing about it is, I guess maybe where I was at within myself, like, even when it comes to women and being a certain way, a lot of women are acting a certain way based on not really understanding what experiences caused them to behave the way they behave. So, like, girls were wearing booty shorts. A lot of times they wear it for the attention. Why are they seeking attention? Because they feel like they're not worthy. Where did that stem from? So it's like helping the women understand. And I think a lot of times guys pay more attention to the external, like, oh, she's this way, therefore I can't deal with her. Instead of taking the time to, like, let me ask you, like, I see you wearing those shorts. What makes you want to wear those shorts so much? They don't care about nothing. No, I don't care about that. I just pay attention to the fact that she's wearing those shorts, and that's not cool. And it's like, a lot of times women are seeking attention, but they don't know what type of attention they're seeking, because they don't love themselves. So if you help a woman learn to love herself, if you help a woman learn to appreciate herself, her behavior will showcase that, and how she moves and how she walk around. Like, but a lot of guys can't do that, because they're looking through the lens of their own inadequacies. They're looking through the lens of their own insecurity. Bro, you can, any woman that I've experienced, if I believed in relationships, we would still be in this dynamic, because it wasn't about what she was doing for me. I rock with people for who they are. A lot of times people don't care about who you are. I care about
No.
what you can do for me. And if you're not giving me what I want from this experience, then I don't want you. It's a transactional thing. And to me, love isn't a transactional. It's about experiencing each other. It's not, let me give and take. It's like going to Walmart. That's a transaction. Going to buying your food, that's a transaction. There's no love in that. There's no appreciation in that. But again, people are looking through the lens of connection and relationships through the lens of trauma, from the lens of trauma. It's, I'm not whole within myself. So instead of me learning how to love all aspects of me, I'm gonna put those responsibilities on the person that I'm in a relationship with. So now it's your responsibility to love all the parts of me that I don't love within myself. And when you don't show up and love those parts, I'm gonna make you wrong for it. And it's like, bro, what are we doing here? Are we not, nobody's like mature, emotionally mature enough to realize, like, it's about a partnership, it's about a flow, it's about a connection. Like, more people, what I'm realizing in today's society, more people have more respect for the label boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife than that actually have respect for the person they're in a relationship with.
I
And
don't
I
think
was
they
about
have
to say
respect
that.
for it.
Yep.
I'm not bad, Nudge. I don't mean to cut you out, but I don't think they have respect for that either. You know
no,
what I'm saying?
but
No,
you hear a lot of people, out of respect for my relationship, I'm not gonna do this. But then they go home and they'll cuss on the person, they'll belittle the person, they'll cuss them, they'll beat them up. It's just like, bro, why are we so focused more on the aspect of the relationship as if that label actually mean anything? Because that label only have power based on the meaning that you give to it. Outside of that, it's just a bunch of letters put together. And people pay more attention to that because everybody knows, oh, I want to be a wife one day. But it's like, what characteristics do you have to have within yourself to know what qualities that a wife has? Like,
They
what
don't go because a wife is not a character trait. A wife
Right.
is a wife is something that is acquired by a piece of paper. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And on the flip side, like we have men who are not husband, but they end up with wives. You understand what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
then there's contention because she's moving as a wife, doing for him as her husband, but he's moving with her like, you know what I'm saying, she's replaceable at any given moment. Knowing that if he was a husband, he couldn't just move out that fast, right? You can't just give up on relationships. So I think that men who don't want to be husbands, I think that when women get into the relationships with the guy, even though she may not, even though she may be like, all right, fine, like he doesn't want to get married on paper, you know what I mean? To me, he's still my husband because that's just how I see him. He will not be that one to, how can I say it? He would do more harm in the relationship than he would do good for himself. Because it's like what you said, they're in it for what they can get. You understand? But I
Mhm.
think with the woman, it's what she can get materialistically. And I think men, they benefit from things that are non tangible. So
Mhm.
when men get from a woman, he's getting non tangible things. He's getting the things that his mama would have provided. When a woman is looking for things from her man, she's looking for materialistic things she will look for from her daddy.
Man, that's what people want, a parent, not a partner.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And a lot of times women look at men as if they're dads, so they're expecting him to walk away. Where men are looking to their woman like their moms, and they expect her to just deal with his shit and be there and do it all because that's what he's known all his life. That
Mhm.
strong black woman who pays all the bills and does all the work and does all this. So he's like, well, shit, she only has to pay half. No, nigga. The money is not our issue, it's our emotional state. And I don't think men are prepared for women today. So all of this shit about women in their body counts and women and how many babies they have and women and their age and women in their masculinity are all excuses that allows those types of men to feel better about being inadequate because they themselves have never been around a man on a continuous basis and then want to measure a woman by his mama.
Man, well, hey, there you go, 100%. And that's where it's bro. It's so interesting, especially talking to the guys and listening to their rhetoric about how women should be. And it's like, you didn't grow up in a two-parent household, huh? I can tell because
They
that,
don't know what to do with those women. It's
that,
like the women with the I want a leader until you get a leader, right? I
yeah.
want a feminine woman until you actually have to be masculine. You
Hmm.
understand?
Hmm.
A masculine man is different than a man being in his masculinity. And
Hmm.
I think a lot of men feel uncomfortable in their masculinity because it would require them to to go beyond themselves. Because a
100%.
man in his masculinity is concerned about the woman in her femininity because he appreciates her femininity. He honors her femininity. He values her femininity. You understand? And a lot of men who want feminine women have absolutely no idea what the hell to do with her. He thinks a woman in her femininity is someone you can boss around. A
Hmm.
woman in her femininity is someone you can talk down to. A woman in her femininity got to keep her mouth shut. Like her opinions and her ideas and her mind don't matter. It's what he says. It's how he feels, and what he wants is the only thing that goes.
But let's put that both ways though, Trinity.
I did. I said
Yeah.
a woman wanting a leader. She wants a leader until she has a
Okay.
leader.
Okay.
because a leader would be that individual that will work with her strength, that will allow her to move in places that will help him get whatever he needs to get done so that his vision can be moved forward. Same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
People want what they people think that they want what they never had, but the thing is they want what they've never seen. So how the hell, if you haven't seen it, would you even know what it looked like to even be able to know what to do with it if you happen to get it? And a lot of times people, women luck up and will get a man that provides, lead, protect, and all that good shit, and a man will luck up and get a woman who is feminine, right? She's polite, she's considerate, and she's kind, and he don't know what to do with it. So
Fact.
Jay,
people are asking for individuals that they don't qualify
Never
for.
had. They never had. It was one of those things where it's like, if you never, it's like when people are like, I want a communicator, and it's like, what are you gauging to determine if you want a communicator? Well, my ex, he didn't know how to communicate, so therefore I think I want somebody who knows how to communicate. But you don't realize you attract who you are. So if you don't know how to communicate and the person you're experiencing don't know how to communicate, they're going to reflect that back to you. So you can say you want a communicator, but then when you get somebody who knows how to communicate, where does that leave you? Because you don't actually know how to communicate yourself. That's why you were with your ex. So it's like, it's one of those things where people think they I know what I want in somebody, but it's like, what I had to learn with me personally is realizing like, you can't actually know what you want in another person without experiencing them. You can know what you wanted in the person that you did experience in your past, but for me to be like, okay, 10 years ago I never knew Trinity existed. So for me to be like, oh, I want a Trinity, how would I know what a Trinity is until I experience a Trinity? Like, women
You
come
can
to
know what
me.
a trinity is by experiencing what a trinity is not. You will know what you want and what you desire by first experiencing what you don't want and what you don't desire.
But that's based on that individual person. It's like
Yeah.
one of the things where, okay, women be like, okay, this is a no-no. If any guy was to ever do this, I'll cut him off and I'll never
Mm-hmm.
deal with. And then
Mm-hmm.
you find a guy you really like and you're really into, and he
You're like,
does.
well, he could do that to
Well,
me. It's okay.
he
He's
could do this,
different.
but you're using your past experience to be the gauge of how you interact with other people. And I think that's the biggest issue, because if you've never been in a healthy dynamic before, you never witnessed what it takes to be in a healthy relationship, how do you actually know what it takes to be in a healthy relationship? You don't. So most people on the internet are winging it, and they're trying to tell, oh, this is what it takes, this is what it takes. And it's like, is that what you're in? Have you actually experienced that before? And it's like, no. Well, I just know, like, and it's like, you don't actually know. You're just projecting what you think. And I get it, it's cool, but you projecting what you think is rooted in fantasy at this point, because you never actually experienced it before to even know. But you got it, Torn.
um, T, Shay. That's her name, Shay.
Yeah, Shay.
I like that comment you just put out there to ask. Can you put that up there for me, Trinity, please?
Which one?
Um,
Can
this,
can someone learn to be a wife or a husband?
yeah.
Or sometimes people
Um,
want to see you better if you're not with him.
um, I like to ask the question, and you say, can someone learn to be a husband and wife? Well, you learn that when you learn. I want to say you learn that from your grandparents, your moms, and stuff like that. That's where you learn that from. You know what I'm saying? You can't learn it by you. Now that you can't learn it by just looking at everyone else right now. You know what I mean? Looking at everyone else and how there's stuff going on. I think you learn it from your grandparents and your mom and all that other stuff coming up. You know what I mean? If people got father and mother still in the household with them. You know what I mean? I believe that's where you learn all that stuff from. And then you be like, well, like let's just say if your mom and your dad got a good relationship and they in a good marriage going on and stuff like that. They've been married for a certain amount of years. You know what I mean? And you know when we coming up as kids, we watch as our parents and stuff. if that's safe to say. We watch our grandparents and stuff like that, how their marriage evolved and how they stayed together for so long and stuff like that. So I believe you learn from them, and then when you learn from them, you take them type of traits, and then you install into your own when you become a wife or a husband and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, you may not like run it the same way, do it the same way how they did it. You may put a little spin on it and do it your way. You know what I mean? But in a good way, in a good healthy way. You know what I'm saying? The way as though you could say, I want my marriage to last this amount of years or this. You know what I mean? So you try to do things in the marriage to make it last, if that's safe to say. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, when they don't do once they get married or whatever. Some people like once they get married, a lot of stuff start falling off. They stop doing certain things. They feel like they ain't gotta do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I got you. We already married. You feel what I'm saying? So some people think like that, and some people don't think like. You know what I mean? But being married to a person and a wife, you gotta do things and keep your marriage a little spicy. You know what I mean?
Okay, Twan.
You got to do things to keep your marriage a little spicy, to keep things healthy for us with y'all. You know what I mean? Keep the thing going. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? Like movie night. Let's do movie night, or let's do date night. You know what I'm saying? Or let's do game night. Shit like that. Doing things together and stuff, trying to keep each other happy. And you know what I mean? A lot of people don't know how to do that anymore. They keep their partner happy or keep them. A lot of people don't know how to do that anymore, and it's so crazy because a lot of the marriages don't last long no more. They get married with, I say, next 5, 10 years, they're getting a divorce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of shit don't last long no more. So I don't know what is it, what's in the water, what's going on or whatever, but it don't last long no more. It's just I don't know. You know what I mean? But I know I ain't doing it no goddamn more. I know that. But
I
go
was
ahead.
waiting for that. I sure was waiting for that. I was patiently, kindly waiting for that. I was silently waiting for that. I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming. Look at my face. Do I look surprised?
No.
That's funny.
You
But
said it
I
about
mean
4 times in the conversation you and I had earlier today. So why the hell would I think this time would be any damn different?
but I mean, it is what it is, man. Lot I mean, nowadays you gotta have trust, man. If you ain't got no trust, and you know what I mean, and y'all don't trust each other and stuff like that, it ain't even worth the time. Just go about your business.
I think
You know
it's
what I'm
it's
saying?
I think it's one of those things where people have too many expectations when it comes to
It
relationships.
may, I mean,
And I,
it may be that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's really like expectation to it. I think it's basically like it's hard to trust people these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And what people fail to realize, trust goes a long way. Trust,
yeah.
loyalty, respect, all that shit goes a long way. And it's hard to have that with people.
Twan,
Everybody,
do you think that it's hard for us as a whole
hmm
to have that trust, and we are going into relationships with people we already do not trust, trying to hope to build trust instead of getting in a relationship with that person you already trust, which could make it hard to trust when you
I
are
agree,
in a
I agree with
relationship?
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
I think
Yeah.
it, from my perspective, I think a lot of times, especially in today's society, people only get into a relationship because they don't actually trust the person.
Why the hell is that? That is so freaking annoying to me.
Because
Yes,
people think that the whole, like, okay, if I make you my boyfriend, then that means you're not going to do the things that you are going to do. Like, it don't make sense to me. It's like, okay, and I don't trust that if you didn't have this relationship title, you will actually do these things. So you know what I'm going to
Okay.
do? I'm going to get into a relationship with you to restrict you from doing these things, and then I'm gonna develop a sense of trust for you. But it's like you only trust that person.
In the confinements of the relationship, or should I say the title?
That's it. And it's like, oh no, if we wasn't in a relationship, then he would go out and do these things. And I'm like, well, being in a relationship, he's still, because it's not like you got a leash around his neck and you're following his every move. He's still going to do those same things. It's just in today's society, people think that the label will almost like change a person.
Yeah.
And that's where the disconnect is, because if you want a person to change,
then why be with that individual that's not who you want them to be? And that's the thing that kills me. That's why I always say, do what you want to do when you want to do it. Say what you want to say when you want to say. Feel how you feel when you want to feel it. However, when I have a tendency of saying that, people believe that they get that privy, that right, and I don't. They're supposed to say whatever the hell they want to say to me, however they want to say it to me, whenever they want to say it to me.
We could do that.
But the moment I respond or react, they want to try to dictate how I respond and how I react to something that I had no ability to dictate in how they even said what they said. So I think a lot of times people get into relationships and find themselves in a power struggle with themselves. And then they make their partner the enemy. They make their partner the problem. And what I'm finding is that a lot of relationships break up because the person don't like who they see when they look at their partner. They see themselves. They see that they have to develop in a certain area in life. They see that they have to perform in areas where they probably don't want to, right? They have to actually go beyond themselves, look beyond themselves. And here's the headbanger. They will do things to benefit them and then pretend that they did it for you.
Man, it becomes man, I can go on. It's like it's like a false sense of we thing, but it's really a me thing. Like
exactly.
I'm really doing this for me, but I'm saying it's we. And I'm like, it wasn't about you because it was a we. It was about your benefit. Like, but as my partner, you should appreciate me doing these things. And if you don't, it's like, well, you just.
It's like, why do I have to appreciate it when you did it because you wanted to? I mean, like, again, if I don't feel appreciated, then I just stop doing. But I don't have to tell you about it every damn time about everything I've done for you. I can't stand people like that. And I don't deal with people like that at all, because it's like, I don't need you to remind me of why you did what you wanted to do. Like, you wanted, like, you literally wanted, like, I had no gun, I had no knife, I had no weapon to your body, and somehow you're making this my shit because you chose to do it. But that's neither here nor there. I just find that people get into relationships because they like the idea of being in a relationship and don't have no idea of who they're in the relationship with. They don't see the partner
at all. And I'm learning too that a lot of times I don't think guys value women. That's why I'm just like, I love women and I love how they are and just the essence of them. But I really don't like in today's society how most women don't actually love themselves, because that's not the program, that society. That's not how you make money. You don't make money from a woman actually loving herself. You make money from a woman not
hating herself, so she can shop and buy and consume. Because when a woman is sad, when a woman is angry, we shop. So we have to make women feel inadequate, insecure, angry, emotionally, on an emotional roller coaster, so that she's emotionally unstable, so that she can consume. And that's the problem. Our emotions have always been weaponized since the day I was born. I don't know about them past, but I know in my time. And now men don't even respect women's emotions. In fact, they curse it and say you're too emotional. Oh, you're in your feelings, and this is because men are not they're not equipped to know how to be with women in their emotions, because the only woman they ever had in their emotion was their mama. And guess what? Their mama didn't confide in them. Their mama complained to them. Their mama told them. The mama cursed at them, but the mama never confided and said, listen, I'm feeling insecure right now. I don't know how I'm going to do this, and I wish I didn't get rid of the man, or I wish that I would have picked a different man, or I wish I would have made different decisions. Mothers don't tell that to their sons. The sons only see the mother getting it done, and then expect that woman to get it done like his mom. And when he looks at her, he sees his mom and not his woman.
100%. 100%. And most of the guys, what I'm learning too, especially like marriage counseling and counseling couples, is the fact that most of the guys react to the girlfriend or the wife the way they wanted to react to their mom, but they were just too scared to do so because they were kids. So now it's like the hurt that your mom caused you to feel, you now push that on your wife, and now you make her responsible for healing the mama wound that you have when that's not her job. It's like it's mad wild to me, because I think a lot of guys, especially when it comes to like the insecure guys in the world, they use their money as a way to like overcompensate for the lack of security they feel. So now it's like, oh, I'm giving you money, so therefore you need to act this way, you need to do this, you need to be this way. And back in the day, they were marriage was based on survival. Like it was based on it was better for two people to come together than one person living as an individual. And I think in today's society, most people don't realize that, because of the fact that the family dynamic is not there. It was about the family structure. We're going to come together. It's going to be easy. I'm going to make your life easier. You'll make my life easier. We're surviving here because we're Black people. They had segregation and all that crap. But the family dynamic was still there. The family dynamic was the main source, the main focal point. Nowadays, nobody
there's
cares.
no
like,
family.
There's no family. There's no.
Let me tell you something.
Relate. Like you got to, as my girlfriend, you got to be everything. You got to be my therapist. You got to be my lawyer. You got to be, and it's like it's not that person's job. Back then, it was a village. It took a village. Now it's individualism.
It's independent, and I'm telling you, the sense of family has been removed from relationships. You understand? 100%. And a lot of women, I don't know about the men yet. Give me a few more years, but I got to do more research and study to do. But a lot of women, when they get into these relationships, they don't feel like the man is included in the family dynamics. The family dynamics for women are women and her children, and this is because a man don't carry his girl or his woman as his family. That's just his girl or his woman. So men,
that's what's going on. Yep.
Men expect women to come showing up as a wife when men show up as someone who wants a girlfriend. So men are getting wives that they don't deserve because they are not fitting husbands. And I'm learning that if a man doesn't see a woman as his wife, he will never respect her as one. He will always see her as a girlfriend, and he will always be willing to walk away. He will be willing to manipulate her emotionally, right? He will do things that, that shows he don't care, because that's not his wife. And I would implore, like, let's say, I go back on a dating market or whatever, and I'm looking for a husband, because I will always be a wife. I don't need a paper to determine me as a wife, right? But I would definitely have to pick a man that wants to be a husband.
Where bro at?
In his skit, when he jump out, you jump in. Why you nosy? Why are you nosy?
Hold up. When I ask where he at, you supposed to tell me where he at.
When you ask where he at, I'm going to do what I always do, give you lip. Why is today different? Because you in the hospital?
Time out.
Your knees still ashy.
Hold up, time out. Calm down.
You don't get no special treatment because you got your back out. You got the sexy gown on today. Let me find out because he got the sexy gown on today. He's supposed to get special treatment.
Wait a minute, Trinity. Do I have to pull the enforcer card out on you?
You
Okay.
asked about the husband. That's what it the husband. But
that's
now
why I muted his ass.
and that's why I unmuted you now. That's why I unmuted it now.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where when you actually learn to value and appreciate. I think in today's society, people want to feel entitled to another person. So it's like if you want to feel entitled, you lack appreciation for that person. So it's like I want to be able to tell you what you can and cannot do, and you should be okay with that. Versus I just want to appreciate.
But no, Trinity is right though, because these days, some of these women do not want to include the man. You know what I mean? So I get where she coming from with, because that is true. Because you know what I mean, when you deal with a woman, you want to feel included. You don't want to be feel left out and shit like that. And feel like you on the sideline, but the only time she want to include you when it's beneficial for her. No, that shit don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? It's either you gonna include me in all, or you don't include me in none.
I think women are including men that don't want to be included, and and separate and dividing men that do want to be want to be included. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think that we just have to learn the individual. But when it comes to finding a mate, I think we as women as a whole, we go about it with the idea that, okay, I can deal with this right here until we have to deal with this right here. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like we give the guy the benefit of the doubt, and then when they show up and disappoint us, then we're angry, bitter, heartbroken, blah blah, snore.
Yeah.
But I just think that women who want to be, who sees themselves as a wife or want to be wives, they just need to stop messing with boyfriends. Don't get a boyfriend. Get a husband.
Exactly.
Because a boyfriend will treat you like his girlfriend. He will never treat you like his wife.
None.
100%. And can someone learn? I think that's one of the things where a lot of times women know how to be a girlfriend, but they don't know how to be a wife. You know how to be a girlfriend because elementary school, middle school, high school, you
yeah.
But when were you actually ever a wife? And it's like a lot of times women don't actually know what comes with being a wife because they're so used to being a girlfriend. All their life, they were girlfriends. So it's like, oh, I want a husband, but I want to continue being the way that I am. And it's like, there's no changes that I need to make within myself to be able to show up for him. Like, it's so interesting because with women, a lot of women think they know what they want. They know about what they want more than they actually know about the person they're experiencing and what that person wants.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't care about what the man wants. I want him to be the way I want him. And I think with guys, especially with growing up and learning women and paying attention to women, you learn a woman to be able to give her what you want, give her what she wants so that you can get what you want. Most women are like, I'm not going to give him what he wants until he gives me what I want. And that's
because she gave men in her past what they wanted, and they never gave her what she wanted. So now she's bringing her past relationships in her current relationships, believing that there's going to be a future relationship, and it's never going to work.
Trauma bonding.
Nope. That's when you know that shit hitting for disaster. Straight disaster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you going into a relationship with a mindset like that, or a marriage with a mindset like that, just leave the person alone. Just walk away. You know what I mean? That's all. It's only right, for real, for real. You know what I mean? Don't play around with somebody's feelings that you don't want nobody playing around with your feelings.
Man.
Don't do to others that you don't want done to you. That's just plain and simple.
That sounds amazing, but in the real world, people don't care. People, it's all about, okay, I get what I want. That's all that matters. It's not about what you want at this point. It's about me. Everything's about me, and it's not a we thing. It's a me thing. And everybody's like using they're coming into it from the idea of I'm gonna say it's a we thing, but really it's about what can I get from her? What can she bring to me? And it's like, and I think that's where the dynamic in relationships and relating to people is so messed up, because it's not really about actually valuing the person and appreciating the person for who they are. They feel entitled. So it's like, I feel entitled to you, so now you need to give me what I want. And I'm the prize type of mindset, instead of really understanding we both are the prize, because both of us are benefiting from each other in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And that's what it's about. How can I learn to appreciate you more? And how can you learn to appreciate me more? And the things in us, when we start to appreciate each other more, then the love that we're cultivating is able to expand even more, because now you feel appreciated, you feel seen, you feel heard, you feel validated, you feel like you matter. And that's where the women starts to be more feminine, because it's about the safety. Most guys don't have emotional maturity, so they're not emotionally safe. They use their finances as a way to get a woman to move the way she wants to move. But the reality of it is, if you love a woman correctly, she'll want to change for herself. It's not I'm doing this for him. She'll want to make the changes for herself.
Yeah.
I'm learning to love, because you're helping her learn to appreciate herself.
Yes.
Guys can't teach a woman to learn how to appreciate herself, because he don't appreciate himself, and he's looking to her to validate him. I'm looking to you to appreciate me so I can feel better about me, instead of learning. As a leader, you have to be more secure. As a man, you have to be more secure within yourself, because the world is unsafe to most women just based on guys are dominating the world. There's men, like, I'm not scared if I see a bunch of girls walking across the street. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm scared to walk past.
Yes, you will be. Stop right. You go.
Okay, a little bit. I might see a girl and get shy.
You'll be a
And
little
like,
bit nervous, right?
Yeah, I might be a little scared. Okay, she got me right there. But for women, it's different, and I think that's why, as a leader, it's about the safety that you could cultivate in the dynamic of the relationship. Most people can't cultivate a safe space for the dynamic of the relationship, because they don't feel safe within themselves. So now I need the woman to create a safe space for me to thrive and be a man. And it's like, wait, what?
It's like the roles have been reversed.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, I've experienced in a relationship where it seemed like I had to care more about the guy's emotional state than that guy even considered my own emotional state.
100%.
And that's frustrating, because it's like I cannot experience myself fully as a woman. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I have to, like, move like a man.
You gotta be.
And when I say move like a man, moving like a man for me means I have to be, like, mindful. Like, I always have to be in my head to make sure. And after a while, it's like you get tired of that as a woman. It's like, I want to rest. I can't rest. And that's what men don't understand. If you want a feminine woman, you have to be able to provide that space so she can rest. But the 50-50 relationship puts pressure on a woman that she was never built for. Pressure on a woman that a man that man can't live up to. He's not a real man. He's just an adult guy. Women are not supposed to be under financial stressors to have to worry about where she's going to live. What the hell? And not only that, this is the thing right here. Any man who wants a woman to go 50-50 with him is an idiot. That will be the stupidest man I've ever come across. Why? Because why the hell would any grown-ass man rely on a woman for his survival? Check it. His survival. That means if she's short 1 month, his survival is in jeopardy. You're leaving up your survival, your security, and your stability up to a woman who is known to leave. You are an idiot. No man should need a woman to help provide for his survival. Then what the fuck are you here for? What are you here for? Dinguses? She can find a dingus anywhere. She can even buy a few, put them under her bed. What are you here for?
Women, y'all ain't safe either, so don't think she only talk about the men.
I'm about to tell y'all right now. Any woman that go 50-50, she needs to stay 100% single. Because that just shows that she doesn't trust the man that she's with. And why lay down with the man that you don't trust? Why close your eyes next to someone you don't trust? You are a woman. Your safety is supposed to be your number one priority, but yet you're laying down, sleeping next to a fucking enemy, someone you don't trust. But you are believing that, oh, well, I get to keep half of my money, and that's supposed to make it all better. You're an idiot, too. You should stay 100% single.
Yeah, because some of them be thinking they supposed to. You should just supposed to spend all your money, take all your money, just do everything. You know what I mean? And they supposed to have their little couple of dollars or whatever, and they just
They're idiots.
bored.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, no,
Those are women that don't want a man. They want to come up.
exactly.
And the men I was referring to don't want a wife. They don't, right? They
Nope.
don't want a wife. They want a come up.
Yeah. And that's what I see. That's what I see that as. When I hear women talk like that, and I don't mean to keep constantly going back to what me and you was talking about. Trinity,
Najee.
that video I sent you. But when I hear women talk like that and then talk about uh well why my cash app ain't going off and all this other shit, I gotta get your nails done just for you to go out with me and all that other shit. You're ignorant.
No, she's not ignorant. What it
No.
is that just shows you the caliber of the men that she's around. The
Mhm.
simps. You understand what I'm saying? The ones that has to do those things to get a chance at even a date, much more to get sex at the end of the night. So the man that she wants, that the caliber man that she wants, she'll never get him. But
Right.
she'll continue to get the guys that will pay for her to get her nails done and her hair done so that he can take her ass out. Like,
That
go
shit don't make
figure.
sense. I
You
think
gotta
I
pay
sent
my nothing. You
It's
gotta pay my
I
you
think I
gotta pay
sent
for
it
my
to
nails
you,
to get done to take me out.
too.
but that's one
Not
of those things where again you have to realize it's not the guys who do that. They're the women are looking for a dad, looking for a father.
No, we
And
get that,
when
but
you
there are
get a
guys that are
chance,
actually doing it, which is why these women keep saying that that's what she wants.
when you get a
100%.
chance, when you get a chance, go look at it because I sent it to you too. So check it out.
All right.
You know what I mean that shit. I ain't gonna lie, that shit really kind of got under my skin.
Kinda.
That
No,
shit.
you
I
spent
ain't
an
gonna lie.
hour. You spent a half an hour talking about
Talking
that.
about that
I
shit,
try to bring
yeah.
you back, and you went right back to that again.
Right, because that shit
Hey,
really
that's
got.
Twan. Wait,
Yo, Twan act, Twan act like that woman asked him.
I
Twan,
know.
Yeah, I
That's the
mean,
thing, Twan. When it comes to money and women asking Twan for money, it's a no. Man, if she looks at me and say dollar, is oh no, it's
yeah,
no,
man.
no
'Cause
automatic cutoff. So for her to initiate the thing was asking for money. Twan
It's
is
it's yeah, it's a turn off for me, yo. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's just a straight turn off for me when you go to about when you if you start talking if you ain't talking about how to get some money, let's get how we can build and get some money together, and you just talking about with your hand out, yo, I swear to God, that's a big turn off for me. That shit get under my skin so fucking bad, yo. And I mean, you not coming the fuck up off of me. That's just plain and simple. You know what I mean? If you honestly really gonna come up off of me, you sadly mistaken. I'm the wrong nigga for you, plain and simple. Cause I'm not going in my pocket for you. You know what I mean? And I don't know you. You done lost your goddamn mind. Hell no.
but
You know what I mean? If you ain't trying to, you know what I mean, get to know each other, you know what I'm saying? Let a nigga treat you. Let the nigga come out and say, yeah, man, come on, let me treat you, let me take you out, let me do this and do that. Let me come out and say all that. But don't for you to come out your mouth and yeah, I mean, next every time I turn around, you got your hand out or you talk about, oh, you posting all on Instagram and Facebook talking about I'm hungry, this and this. What? Nah, that's a problem. Nah.
Najee, you notice he said posting on Instagram, not text him, not DM'd him, not messengered him. The fact that she even mentioned it got him in a got got him in an uproar. Like you, like the way Tuan be talking, you would
You,
think it's Tuan's story.
but the thing is,
I'm just saying.
he's experienced that before, so he's speaking based on a woman doing that to him. So
You
that's where it's like,
traumatized PTSD?
I mean, it ain't necessarily trying to time. It's getting tired and old. You know what I mean? That shit's just getting tired and old. You know what I mean? How about
Yeah.
how about you offer me something?
nah.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
said nah.
How about you offer to take me out or something? Or
Nah.
how about you, you know what I mean, offer to do something for me instead of you always got your hand out. Cause I'm be honest with you, I don't think a man should be asking a woman for no money, period.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think I think if a woman want to do something for a man or whatever, she should be doing it out the kindness of her heart. That's just plain and simple. If you can't come out and do it out the kindness of your heart, go
Yeah.
ahead. That's
I
a
think
right.
that's so funny. I think it's one of those things. It's crazy because it made me think of a girl doing something for me that I was like, oh damn, I never had that done before, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, but don't do that no more. But it was she had opened the door for me and
Mm-hmm.
like open the car door, and I usually open the car door because yeah, I don't mind. Enjoy doing that. But
Right.
she was like, no, I'm gonna open the car door for you because you always, and I'm like, hey, I appreciate that, thank you, but then you don't have to do that no more. And I think a lot of times women aren't looking to show the guy appreciation. It's more so, let me see how I can qualify this guy to know if he's going to be better than the last few guys because I don't know how to choose. So the
Right.
qualifier in today's society is send me cash at me money so I know it's real. I got all these dudes DMing me at this one time. So stand out from the rest. Cash at me some money. And it's like, stand out from the rest. Cash at.
Right. Yeah.
You don't
I
know how to
told wait,
choose.
Tuan, did I
Uh,
not tell you today? I said, did I not tell you today that women do not go out to on dates to get to know the man,
Mhm.
mm-hmm.
but she goes out on these dates so the men can prove to her.
Yep.
So if she has 3 guys that are interested in her, these 3 guys got to compete for her.
Mm-hmm.
So the women that are asking about their cash apps, the women that are asking about their upkeep and their maintenance just to go on a date, it already lets you know that you're not the only one and that
Nope.
you are competing with other men. So if you want to be that simp bucket to compete with other men because you ain't worth a damn, then don't complain when you gotta come out of pocket.
Exactly. Cause
Simple
I
as
tell you
that.
this, I'm not competing. I'm not doing none of it.
Hell no, you gotta give her
So,
money. You
Well,
ain't
talking
doing
about
that.
so
as a real man, you
Oh,
should be that competitive edge, that competitive juices. And you know, in nature, they fight for their woman. So you
right.
need to step up and nah, I'm like,
you better
bro,
put your boxing gloves on, Twan. Stop playing if you
yeah,
want yourself a
you gotta
money.
No,
show how manly you
no,
are
I ain't
by
no.
Get
sending
your
that
wallet
cash
out,
app.
son. Get your
Send that
wallet
Listen,
cash app,
out.
Juan, if you a
Cash
real
app.
man.
no. To both of y'all, what the hell y'all said? No. Shit. First of all, I'm explaining to you like this. It ain't happening. It ain't going to happen. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why Twan got further what the hell he is now. Because no. Shit. You know what I mean? If you honestly really think you gonna come to me and talk about I gotta compete. I gotta compete.
No, Twan, you should already know you got to compete because of the woman that you asked on a date.
Yeah.
Listen, check this out. Listen, let me explain something to you. Let me explain
Oh,
something to you.
you about to learn me something today.
Yeah, you about to learn something. Let me explain something to you.
Oh, he set
If
up.
if I ask a woman, right? If I come out my mouth and ask a woman, like, come on, let's go out, it's on me. You know what I mean? You better go. Because I'm trying to tell you, I ain't doing all that rest of the other shit. That means I fucks you. I'm trying to know who you are. You know what I mean? So we can sit at a table, eat, get to know each other, have a good conversation, have a good night. You better go, because if you don't go, oh well, I'm not going to sit up there and beg you to go.
So wait, talking about what's the difference of her just asking for your cash app because she
No,
wants?
no, 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 no. Did you hear what I said?
I'm just.
Yeah, yeah. Did you hear what I said? If I offer to do this things, cool, fine, and dandy. Because I want to see where your mind at when I do this. What type of female you are when I do this. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
when we go out to eat or something like that, you know what I mean, you know you got the bill. Sometimes you might get a female be like, what's the bill is? Cause I done had female do
Oh
this.
yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me see that. Why, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And they wind up taking care. Like, no, you ain't got to. Cause you did so much. You know what I mean, let me do that.
It's the appreciation.
It's appreciation. That's all it is. It's
Let me tell
appreciation.
you something. If you
Showing
invite me out to eat, I
women
ain't
training,
paying nothing.
women training. It's all about showing a man that you
I
appreciate.
ain't
You know what I mean? It's
paying nothing.
appreciation situation. But if you can't show a person nothing like that, I holler at you. I ain't got no right. That's down here. You done already failed on the first date.
Nah,
What
see, I'm
what's
from New York. Hold on,
Hmm.
nah, I'm from New York, Twan, right? So we can't leave no room for error. So if you invite me out on a date and you pick the restaurant, or you have me pick the restaurant, I ain't paying. I ain't paying, but I will take you out. I will take you out.
I
I
mean,
will take you out, and I
but
will
no,
pay
if I
for
do,
everything.
no, but if I offer to take you out, whatever, I'm not looking for you to, you know what I mean, come out your pocket, not because I offered to take you out.
Yeah, I think that should be a universal. If you ask a
Yes,
person
I
to
offer
go
to
on
take you
a
out,
date,
but
you should
what
take
I'm
them.
saying is, let's just, all right, let me put it to you like this. Let's just say if we done went on several dates, right? And I didn't pay for the several dates we went out, right? And you don't come out your mouth, or let's just say you do come out your mouth, like, you know what, babe? Let me what's that? But let me
I mean,
pay for this. You know what I'm saying? It's appreciate if you offer to. You know what I'm saying? Showing you appreciate what a nigga doing. but if you not you if you
I
just
understand.
taking, just take,
No,
man, what?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a gesture. I get it.
right,
Me, I'm not gesturing. Okay, I will plan a whole date for you. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I will plan a whole date. I'm not going to like be like, babe, what is the bill? I'm not doing that because if I take you out, I don't want you to do that. What are you
Yeah,
reading? Let's see. It
No,
said,
I'm reading. Oh,
let me see.
I'm reading. Yeah, I'm
provision.
Hold
reading
on.
it.
It's really not about wives and girlfriends, but really about being who you are. Once you learn who you are and is confident in it, you'll naturally give where you see there is a need without neglect. Absolutely. And you will naturally keep your priority as well. When you love yourself, you will naturally just be. Absolutely. So I guess that goes to the question of should a person show up as a wife in a
Hey,
girlfriend stage? And
that
I'm
goes.
like, yeah, because you are who you are. A wife is a character. It's a disposition, right? There are in the Bible, in the Proverbs 31, there are 25 characteristic traits listed in from verses I believe it's 10 to 31. So if somebody wants to learn how to be a wife, and if what Twan offered, meaning learning from your grandparents, learning from your mom, let's say you never knew your grandparents and your mom was never married, or your mom was married and divorced, or you just don't have that relationship with your mom. I learned what a wife was from the Bible.
Yeah.
Because
You
those
learn from
words
that
never
too.
change. It never alters. Can't no one say, "Oh, that's not what it means." Like being kind means being kind. There's no other way to take be kind outside of be kind unless you're trying to manipulate somebody. You understand?
Right.
But I found 25 characteristic traits. But also, when you're looking to be a wife, you have to also determine what type of husband you want. I think oftentimes we think about being a wife, but we don't consider who we are going to be wives to.
Wait a
You know
minute,
what I
y'all. I'll be
mean?
right back. But
Oh,
go ahead,
yeah.
sis. I'm listening, but go ahead.
Yeah. So, we have to determine what type of marriage, what type of relationship we want to be in, what type of marriage. There's a lot to consider. It's not just something you just go into. You know.
100%.
So
100%.
I think it would just behoove anyone. Me, I wanted that biblical relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I look towards the Bible. If you want whatever type of relationship you want, I think those are the individuals you should seek counsel from, because not every relationship dynamic functions the same. The biblical dynamic is nothing like the worldly societal dynamic, and I've learned that just recently. Where you have someone who moves according to the Bible, but then you have someone who moves according to the world. As much as those two people may want to be together, they can't be. But the Bible also says, don't be with anyone where you are unequally yoked. And I think that a lot of times we get into these unequally yoked relationships because we want to be in a relationship, right? Or because we believe that we can change the person or the person will change, or because we use relationships as an alternative to therapy, or we get into these relationships without even knowing what relationships are for.
Yep.
And I think most people, and if I say most, I'm saying 95%.
You being kind, 99.99999%.
95% of people, I would like to think there's like at least 5% of people like out there, but 95% of the individuals who get into relationships for selfish reasons. And it's never to help the person, it's never to better the next person, it's never to progress the next person. It's what can you do for me that will say, I should be with you. And those relationships, while they may be fun and cool in the beginning, it gets it goes
Goes down, yeah. Because it's not a genuine. That's what people don't realize. And now I'm gonna pose this question. It's like, what do you value most, authenticity or attachment? And most people value attachment, not realizing attachment is rooted in codependency. So there has to be a lack of self-worth to even, or a lack of self-value to even want to attach yourself to somebody else. But when you actually genuinely love all aspects of you and you show up just being you, I don't show up on dates trying to decide whether or not this person is going to be good enough for me to take it to the next level. I show up looking to learn them, not from a place of judgment, but from a place of really, I just want to understand you. I see you, you're very attractive, but I don't know you. You're not your body. What you are is the characteristics, your persona. It's who you actually are at your core to me. It's like, what is your heart like? On a soul to soul level. And I think most people don't care about that because we come in with these preconceived conditions that we know what we want in a person, but you don't actually know what you want until you actually learn to be that thing that you want in another person. Once you learn to be that thing for yourself, you start to appreciate people for who they are. And that starts with you learning to appreciate you. Most people don't appreciate them. So they're looking to another person to appreciate them so that they can feel better. So they're seeking external validation to feel internally good. And it never works that way because you'll always need more and more and more and more and more and more. And then it'll never work because I can't fulfill you in the areas in which you don't feel fulfilled within yourself. And it's not my responsibility to do that. most of the time people get into relationships and they try to make the other person responsible for how they feel. It's like it's your responsibility to change your behavior so that I don't feel the way I felt based on how I interpreted your behavior. And
That
then
part right there.
then we make them wrong. And it's like, oh, you were wrong for doing that because I felt this way. And when I felt this way, you should have changed your behavior to make me feel better. And it's like, wait, time out. Hold on.
Oh, you should never have said that to make me feel this way. And it's like, you know, and I'm going to be honest. I guess I'm coming to an age where I'm ready to disassociate myself from people who makes me responsible for their emotional state. You know, like I can't anymore. I am just, that right there is fucking exhausting. It is the most exhausting thing ever. I had to like literally close access to an individual I was mentoring on IG.
Mm-hmm.
You know, blaming everybody for their emotional state and for why they did what they did and for why they chose what they did. It's like, you fucking weak bastard. You are allowing everybody to have charge over you, which alleviates you of all responsibility for anything that is you. Anything and everything that is you, you have no responsibility for. You require everybody to do and say and be a certain way. 7 billion people on this planet is supposed to unbecome themselves so that you don't have to be a better person, to develop into a better person, to address issues that you have to work on. You lazy ass. And I'm December, I'm restricting access because in January 2025, it is a whole new ball game. I am no longer concerned with the contents of other people's minds.
Yeah,
I really am not. I am. These
it's
couple of
time
years, man, it's fucking. I'm glad that I did experience the contrast that I did because I did grow. My communication skills have definitely improved. You know, now I can actually remember what everybody said pretty much word for word, or at least paraphrase it to where they're like, oh my God, that's exactly it. Because I listen, you know, so my listening skills has improved. I don't get triggered as often, but I do get triggered, but I'm not trying not to ever get triggered. You know, I'm just picking and choosing my battles, right? Another thing that I've developed in myself, in this relationship here, is my ability to remain unbothered.
You know,
A lot of things it just doesn't bother me anymore.
man, welcome. Because it's so interesting because in the dynamics that I've experienced, me not being bothered made the woman feel like I didn't want them.
Oh, wow.
And that's what I had. It's like, wait, what? Well, when you didn't react, and it's like, well, I'm not like, if you want to act that way, that's you. I'm not gonna be in it with you. Those feelings, you feel those feelings. I don't feel those feelings. You feel that way. So therefore, why should I be like, oh, I need to react because she feels some type of way. So therefore, I should react to it. It's like,
yeah, my thing is, listen, just let me know what you want to do so I can know how the hell I'm gonna move. But if you expect me to chase after you done told me you don't want to be with me no more, or after you give me your ass a kiss or you're showing me you're inconsistent and you want me to fight, man, listen, you got the wrong one on the right day. It ain't me. I'm just so over people. I don't know. I think I'm just finding that I feel, and you know, I don't usually use that word feel often, right? But I feel a pull that lets me know I'm being taken somewhere that's not here, right? I'm being taken somewhere further. And I also recognize that there are going to be people, no matter how dear they may be to my heart, they can't come with me.
100%.
They can't come with me because they will be the ones to hold me back, hold me down, or try to shut me up, you know? And yeah, that's never been I
It's,
can't do that anymore. I can't. I've done it long enough, and I think I owe it to myself to move confidently by myself.
100%. There you go. Hey, and that's the sign.
Yeah.
It's realizing like self-neglect is the first language we all learn as a way to survive
Yeah.
in an environment we call home. And that was a survival mechanism. So it's like I'm not operating from a place of survival no more. I'm living. I'm loving life. I'm exploring, enjoying it. Like
Yeah.
if you don't want to enjoy life like I'm enjoying it, you want to live in chaos and that world, by all means, live in it. But I'm not gonna live in it with you. I enjoy flowing. I'm not trying to crash and burn and do all that
Wait for the other shoe to drop. Like there is no shoes. How
yeah.
about walking barefoot? Then maybe you don't have to worry about the other shoe dropping.
I
Walk
like
barefoot. Feel the sand between your toes.
yeah, ground yourself, sweetheart. Like damn. Y'all the chaos and man, when I talk to people and they're in a relationship and I hear the dysfunction and the chaos and stuff that they be going through, I'm like, bro, what are y'all doing? What is the purpose of this? Just to argue and fight and fuss and disconnect, and it don't make sense to me. But
And
again,
then resentment is gonna build.
100%.
You know what I mean? So like for me before, like I can pretty much I have pretty good foresight. I have keen foresight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will never ever be humble with that. Okay. And I can pretty much foresee where something is going to end by the trajectory of where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, like if let's say I was in a relationship with somebody who I had to tiptoe around their feelings, resentment is going to build within me because I'm going to be suppressing all of my feelings just so as not to hurt his feelings. So I'm here protecting his feelings from getting hurt, where I am voluntarily hurting my own feelings just to keep his feelings safe. And now resentment is going to build in because it's like, why aren't you there for my feelings? Like I'm there for your feelings. You're never there for my feelings. I'm always there for your feelings. What about my feelings? It's always about your feelings. So before that even gets to a point, I'll try to rectify it, or I gotta leave. But there's no in between. I will try to do what I can to rectify it, but once I find that it's just not going to get any better, why the hell should I stay so that I can become bitter and angry and not want another man ever again? So I'm going to deny myself out of long-term happiness because of one relationship or an
Well,
old
hey,
relationship.
that was a jaw dropper right there. What you just said, Trilly?
I
Say
said a
that
whole
part
lot.
again.
I don't know what part. What part?
Uh,
I'm gonna
the one.
tiptoe around his feelings and that part.
No, that
About
last part you said.
long term happiness,
No, that last part she just said.
like the long term happiness. I thought that's what she was saying.
No,
Like
that wasn't the last part. Women. She said something about women. Women. I forgot how you put it. It's
Well,
the way
last
how.
thing I said was,
yeah, she was speaking.
I don't think it was about women.
It was
I
about her.
said I said if there's an issue in a relationship, one or two things is gonna happen. I forgot what the issue that I said was,
Mm-hmm.
but one or two things are gonna have to happen. Either
Right.
one, I can rectify the situation, or B, I just walk away from it. Because, and I don't remember the because.
Well,
And
I
that's
think it
what
was the
and that's what it was. That's what it was when you said that. It was
and not
Oh,
leave
yeah,
them in.
just rectify to walk away.
yeah.
Because again, I think we have to really be honest with ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I think oftentimes, like I don't know which one of you guys said it,
Me.
but someone who I can't stand you. Someone who wants to get married and been in a relationship for like 7 years,
Oh, that was me. That was
and then when asked
You know that
why
wasn't
you ain't
me.
married yet, and then the girl is like she's waiting on him.
uh-huh.
She doesn't want to be married. She just wants to be with him. A woman who wants to be married will date with intention. She will be with a man who's looking to be married. But what happens is that she gets into these relationships not thinking or planning on marriage, finds that, oh my God, he's the one I want to spend the rest of my life with,
Mm-hmm.
and not realizing he's like, yeah, that's gonna be a no for me.
Mm-hmm.
So now she's waiting around stuck and shit. For women, what I say is that, like, if you want that traditional marriage where you're going down the aisle, filing papers at the courthouse, you find a man that wants that up front. So that in a relationship, that's what you're working towards. That's what you guys are talking about. That's what you're learning each other about for. But most people tell us, I'm learning, I'm waiting because, you know, we still have to get to know each other. We still have to learn each other. That's bull crap. Let me tell you what that means.
I'm scared.
That means that I have no real intentions on marrying this individual. I just want to be with them for a very long time. Long enough until they get on my nerves, until I don't want to deal with myself any longer, and then I'm going to break up with them.
Or I don't want nobody else to have them.
Oh my God. But that's stupid though. Because that doesn't stop anyone from sleeping around. It doesn't stop anyone from leaving anyone. I told you I get it. I get it.
The logic don't be making.
There's no logic. It's feelings.
The shit they'll try to sabotage. They'll try to sabotage everything you doing.
Yeah,
and that'd be the craziest thing. For it's like when women say these guys be doing so much to get me, and then when they got me, they don't do the same thing they did to get me, and it's like, well, they have you now. And a lot of times it's almost like the game. It's like, oh, let me show her how good I can be so that she can give me, I can get her. And then once I have her, I don't appreciate her no more.
But here's the thing. They expect that. But you know what? I'm like on the fence with that statement, you know, because I think when a woman says like the guy isn't doing what he did to get me, to keep me, like, if a man bought me flowers on a first date, I don't expect a man to show up at my house every day with flowers, but these women do. You understand what I'm saying? Every date that we go on is not supposed to be at a 5-star restaurant like it was on the second date, but these chicks think so. So I think the thing that they're looking for to continue is unrealistic. However, there are a group on the opposite side of the spectrum where the guy was calling and checking up and doing this and doing that. And then now they're in a relationship. It's like, damn, what you want? Why are you calling them with the boys? And now it's a goddamn problem. Before they got together and she would call, he'd be like, yo, hold on, yo, this is my lady. Yo, what's up, baby girl? How you doing? No, I'm here with my boys. Now we just kicking in what you into. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that like it could just be a toss up.
And that's
individual thing. I think that's subjective when that's
said. And the women that I talk to, it's like that. In the beginning, he was saying, "Good morning, beautiful. How you doing? I can't wait to see you. Just thinking about you. Just wanted to let you know what I'm doing." But now we kind of hear, and they always say once we had sex, after we had sex, now it's just like I'm looking.
Whatever.
Now it's just like he don't text me no more. He just trying to show up for sex, and I'm thinking it was gonna be this way. And he told me he was this type of guy, and I believed him. And in the beginning, he was showing up and being this way. And it's like, what are you looking from this experience? What are you looking to gain from this experience? And a lot of times, women are looking for, okay, I want to be a wife one day. But it's like, what characteristics are you looking for in the husband to determine if that guy is the husband or not for you? Because a lot of the characteristics that you're thinking that are qualities for a husband aren't actually qualities for a husband. Those are qualities to feed your insecurity. Oh, he makes me feel more special. He makes me feel more secure. He shows up for me. And it's like, yeah, he did that in the beginning because he knew that's what you wanted, because that's what you told him you wanted.
Yeah. And that's why I tell women, don't tell a man what you want. Don't tell a man what you want.
No.
But ask him his deal breakers.
People don't. The biggest thing I'm realizing is people don't know how to ask questions. They don't know what questions to ask. They think, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite color? What do you like to do for fun?
They're stuck in high school. They're stuck in high school. They're stuck at the level of their trauma. High school.
Girlfriend. That's what I'm saying. Girls know how to be a girlfriend. They knew how to be a girlfriend all their life. They never learned to be a wife. And even the girls who got married and became a wife, they still don't know how to be a wife. That's why there's so much. Because
they've never been a what. Humans are stupid.
Hey, I'm
Humans
glad.
are stupid because this idea that there's such a thing called the Thanos snap being a real thing is what keeps most human beings idiots. How do you become a wife? Just by signing a paper. How do you become a wife? By signing a paper, by standing in front of a preacher. Like, do you walk out the church now unlike you walked into the church?
Like you're a different person.
You're a whole different person now. I
I,
remember my first marriage.
Mhm.
My former friend's mom. It was like 2 weeks. You know, she came to, the family came to my wedding, the friend and the mom and the sister and all that shit, right?
Mhm.
And I went to the house to go visit. And she was like, "So, Mrs. So-and-so, how does it feel to be a wife?" I said, "Pretty much the same way it felt when I turned 26, the day after I was 25. Like, I don't know. How am I supposed to feel? I feel like the same. I don't. How does a wife supposed to feel?" And that was crazy because I really didn't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But with this relationship here, it was different because I was already in that feeling before he even showed up.
Mm-hmm.
In that context, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I was already preparing myself mentally to become, a wife, to be a wife, to show up as his wife. So because I was able to do that, you know what I mean? It's like nothing changed. I'm still me. I'm still a wife. And let's say, we don't work out anymore
Mm-hmm.
and we break up. I'm still a wife. I'm just no longer his wife, but I'm still a wife. You understand? And I'm still a wife, and I will never be without a husband if I so choose.
100%. And it's understanding. It's understanding.
No, Twan is not asleep. I'm sitting here looking at something. That's what I was sitting here looking, reading something. No, I
I'm
wasn't
like, oh,
asleep.
that's you.
No, I'm
I'm
sitting here.
sorry, y'all. That was a private chat.
You know my,
Oh
you know
my
my,
god.
you know my eyes low. I'm sitting here looking at something.
No, that's why
My
it look. I'm
eyes.
like, it's Twan. He's like,
I was gonna wait to see if you were like this.
that's
No,
man. I thought it was a matter of time.
no.
I was waiting for
Hey,
that.
I know. I had to turn. I had to turn around. I seen. You know, I'm always reading, looking at the comment and shit. So I had to turn around,
Oh,
looked at the chat part. Now that's when I looked at the chat. I was like, hold up. No, I ain't sleep. God damn it.
but yeah, it's 100%. I agree with Trinity. It's
I don't
really just
remember what I said because I'll be
no
about to fall asleep.
about being a wife, like the
Oh
feeling.
yeah. I will always
It's
be a wife.
in my
And
mind.
you know what? And then I'll land here.
Okay, you go.
And I had, if I was asleep, I got good reasons. Now, God damn it.
What's your good reason, Twan?
Huh?
What's your good reason?
Huh?
What's your good reason? I didn't see your nurse. What's your
Huh?
good reason?
I already
No
had,
nurse came in
Yeah,
there.
I already had that medication. What you talking about?
That was like 6 hours ago.
Shit, no, it wasn't. It's every 4 hours. It's
it
three
is
and a
just
half hours
Oh,
ago.
he counting too. You better
he know
believe
when
that.
it's
He
he know.
counting. You see how
He
he
wait.
looked at the clock, right? He even looked at the big ass watch on his wrist. He went by hospital time.
But
It's
I just
not.
wanted to say, in today's society, I think the aspects of like being a girlfriend, being a wife, is almost like a shirt. It's like a shirt that people put on. It's like, oh, I have a pink shirt on, so that means I'm a girlfriend today. And then there's like, oh, let me put on an orange shirt. Now I'm a wife today. And it's just like it's about the care, it's about the person and your how you relate to yourself in that experience. Like you saying, Trinity, like now I know how I feel within myself as a wife. It's not based on me signing that piece of paper. It's not based on this guy saying, oh, will you be my wife? It's the essence in which I embody within myself.
Right.
I know I will always be a wife based on me, not based on him deciding to get on one knee and now he's making me a wife. Like, no.
Because he who findeth a wife finds a good thing. Findeth finds a wife. That means she was a wife before she was found. Hence, find. Not
100%.
marry a woman and make her his wife.
Mm-hmm.
But he who finds a wife finds a good thing and will have favor from the Lord.
100%.
What do you say about my mama, Twan?
I said she was a queen already.
Oh, yeah, my mama is a queen. My mama is a queen. I'm going to tell my mama you said that, too. I'm like, yeah, Twan said you a queen.
That's the thing. That's what I be trying to tell Twan. Twan, your wife is there. You just got to go out and find her.
Oh, shit.
No, it ain't. Ain't there. You ain't set me up. Hell no. I'm good. I leave the wife and all the other shit for everybody else who's trying to find one. No, I'm good.
Najee is not on his best behavior this evening.
No, he's not. He's definitely not. Because
He's like a little kid whose daddy just came home and shit.
Yeah, I'm not trying to find one. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? What you got going on, I only care about what I got going on. Fuck that.
Hey, I get it. Hey, you in my boat now. You might as well don't believe in marriage now.
Shit. No, you might. Yeah, you know what? I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't. Because people got a lot of people these days got too much shit with them, man. It's way too much shit in the world going on with these motherfucking females. Always they want something. They trying to come up off of you. Nah, I'm good.
They don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good playing. Be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm good with playing a boyfriend and girlfriend role. Be honest with you. I'm good with that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No risk. Trinity is no risk. You gotta realize.
Yeah. No risk. No nothing.
It's a verbal agreement.
No, but you have to take her out and stuff and buy her shit.
But that's cool.
No, Time out. Time out.
No.
Who said you gotta do all that shit? You
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't mind. You know what I mean? If I feel like I want to treat my lady, yeah, I'm gonna treat her. Yeah, come on, let's go. Yeah, let's go do something because I like looking nice. I want her to look nice. She representing me anyway. You know what I'm saying? But all that extra shit, that marriage shit, no, you can keep that.
What's the difference for you between the two?
What, as far as marriage and being girlfriend and boyfriend? Girlfriend and boyfriend, it ain't no title.
That is a title.
No, it ain't. Because I can get up and roll when the hell I want to.
Oh, it's no obligation.
Yeah, without no obligation. When you married, you can't get up and roll whenever the hell you want to.
I get it. And I say that all the time. Like, if
it's not a real thing.
Like, I know there's individuals who value the relationship to where they don't need the paper and they don't find leaving as something that is an option. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like my mom and my stepdad type relationship.
Right.
But I'm learning that if the paper is important to the individual, then they will never be that husband or they will never come with that husband or wife mentality. Because husband and wives are a mentality. It has nothing to do with legality. It's a state of mind. Mm-hmm. Hence the obligation. That's a state of mind. Papers don't obligate you, hence divorces. So the idea that the paper obligates you is a lie. Nothing obligates you. Nothing at all. Because if you were obligated,
I'm gonna mute y'all for a second, okay?
Go ahead. Because if the obligation was really truly a thing, there would be no divorces.
There would be.
You understand? 100%. So people lie, and it's just a lie, you know. And I'm saying it's a lie because people leave all the time, no matter what the relationship status is. People 100%. Leave. People are not obligated, and that's the problem. People are not obligated in relationships, and people are not obligated in marriages. And because there is no sense of obligation to the partner, to the person, leaving is always an easy option.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Women training. What you mean when you say they're not obligated as far as the marriage part? What you mean by that
No.
part?
I said because there's a divorce,
Oh,
so
okay.
there's no obligation all across the board. People use the idea that, oh, marriage, or if I was married then it'll be different. No, the fuck it wouldn't be. It would be no different
Mm-mm.
because
No,
people
but
leave anyway. So people don't want to get married because they want to be able to leave without having a financial expense. That is the only thing that differentiates being getting a divorce and breaking up in a regular relationship. There's no financial
Obligation.
kickback. Yeah, right. So I don't think today modern men nor modern women are marriage minded. They are selfish. They don't want to give. They don't want to give unless they gain, and they have to gain a certain amount before they even decide to give.
Yep, it's transactional.
And in relationships, let me tell you, today's modern men and women are quitters. They quit. They just quit because they're so emotionally sensitive, right? As a whole, because think about it, tone policing, right? You gotta tone. We see that all day on IG.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Oh, you can't. You got a good message, but your tone is this. You emotional sensitive ass. Like, how are you gonna disregard the message for the tone? So you would rather a tone be put nice and you're fed a bunch of lies than the truth be harsh and you get the truth.
They
I
don't
think
even like the
I
truth.
think today's people they're just weak. They're weak minded. They're weak spirited.
Mm-hmm.
And then they blame everybody for their own condition that they don't want to address, keeping them in their crap. So I think people need to just stop using the idea that marriage somehow is different from a regular relationship when it's not.
No.
Because you are expected to perform as if you were in that marriage. You would have to respect the man, you'd have to love the woman, right? You would have to be kind to the man, and you have to be kind to the woman, and the woman has to be sweet to you. Like, it's a freaking carrot. Like, how do you unbecome yourself to become this brand new spectacular individual called the wife, called the husband?
Because you gotta realize, in the Disney movie they said, and they lived happily ever after, the end.
Yeah,
But in
well,
the real world, when you
it's
get
ridiculous. I don't think many people are mature enough for relationships today. I don't think so. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know too many mature adults that belong in a relationship with a woman of any kind.
I think, and Trinity, y'all gotta realize, I'm 30, so I'm 30. So this is the world that I live. Like, most people, I tell people, only insecure people want to be in a relationship with another person as a way to escape their relationship to themselves.
That's not what I was saying. I threw a pebble at you.
No, but I'm saying the aspect of being in a real relationship is about your relatability to the person that you're connecting with. Most people are not trying to relate to the person. They're trying to get that person to change to be something that they're not, so that they can feel better. It's like, I don't feel like I'm enough within myself, so I need you to change so that I can feel better about me. So therefore, you're not actually loving that person. You're not actually accepting that person. You're not actually appreciating that person, because you have this false sense of entitlement based on your own insecurities when you don't even like you. Like I tell people, the only person you'll ever spend the rest of your life with is you. But when you don't like you, you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody else outside of you so you can escape from being with you. Most women, most guys are trying to escape from being with themselves because they don't feel like they're enough. And that means
Thank you,
they're
love.
insecure.
I appreciate it.
Insecure is a childish thing. Only children are insecure, not grown adults. Adults should not be insecure because insecure means you're not okay with how you feel. Children aren't okay with how they feel. That's why they need their parents to pick them up and hold them, and then they feel more safe. Most people are insecure because they never learned to
How to
properly.
soothe? They never learn how to self-soothe themselves. That's why people are insecure and are emotionally erratic. Is
Yep.
because they don't know how to self-soothe. They don't know how to regulate their own emotions, but have the audacity to want somebody who's emotionally intelligent when you're like emotionally inept, right? Like you have absolutely no emotional awareness whatsoever, but demand somebody with emotional intelligence so that why they can deal with your emotional state, but you don't have to deal with theirs.
100%.
You know, it's just this one-sided thing. But much as I would love to keep this going, you know, it's a bunch of girls. It's 15 minutes past your girl's bedtime, but we had the enforcer here, so he was like, "Yo,
Thank you for being.
you better not cut the show off before 11:45, or when I get my knee back, I'm gonna come to your place and I'm gonna stomp you with my good knee." And I was like, "Nah, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do
You know what?
that, like, don't do that."
You've been on time for the past 2 days, God damn it.
That's because you haven't seen me on the third day.
But
But
no, I mean the show. I mean this topic. I'm glad I did pick this topic. It was a pretty good topic. You know what I mean? And there's more to come.
oh
Now,
wait, oh wait, he
Oh
not a.
yeah, he's back.
Oh, he not a guest. This is not a guest
Nah, he wasn't a
appearance.
guest. Who the
That's
yeah,
hell
what.
doesn't want to be a guest? It's a scrawn. He a
That's.
bully.
Hey,
He don't
I
want
don't.
that. He
we
was like, "Yo,
we
you better
we
put me
we
back
was
on that
going
show."
we was going to tell you, Najee, but we had to keep it under wraps from for a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit.
I'm good at foresight. Twan, I talked to Twan 2 times, and both of the times I talked to him, he was asking about the show. Y'all found a new
I
host.
know, and
Y'all
that's why
found a
when you
new
asked
co-host
me,
yet?
and that's why when
Y'all
you
found
reached
a new.
out to me, I ignored you because I don't lie, but I didn't want to, I didn't want to like ruin the secret, the surprise. So I told Twan, I'm gonna act like I ain't even read that
I
part.
saw. I'm like, damn. In my mind, I'm like, Twan probably think I ain't even say nothing to her, but I had to go back through the messages. Like, did it go through? Because I remember. Okay, it did go through, but
Well, he
but he
ain't
was,
working now.
huh?
I said he ain't working now.
Oh yeah,
He ain't got
yeah. He
nothing
got a
but
whole.
time
Yeah,
now.
Yeah,
See,
I
he cannot use the excuse of
yeah I can't go
it's
back to
the
work to the
holiday
first of the year.
season. It's busy. I got a lot of work. I got a lot of hours. Now he got a whole lot of time.
yep.
Yeah,
But
I can't go back to the first of the year, so
oh yeah, we
I'm
good.
out for a minute.
Oh
And
yeah, we good.
I'm gonna be dealing with this situation as well, and I'm gonna be coming to the show as too. But I mean, like I said, this topic was pretty good tonight,
Oh
and like I said, it's more to come. But I think I did send one more to her. I don't know if she went through it or not. You know what I'm saying? But we'll get with that and go over that and everything and bring that out, shoot that out to y'all next week. But I think this topic was pretty good because on the simple fact is a lot of people don't know what they really want. You know what I'm saying? Until they really get in it. And when they get in it, that's when they really realize, oh no, that's not what I wanted.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's more to come. You know what I'm saying? It was a pretty good show. I appreciate everybody that definitely showed up. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I'm Twan. You can reach me on Cut 43 or even Cut 47 or even Antoine Downey. You know what I'm saying? And I'll see y'all next week.
Hey.
I won't be in here. I will be home.
so y'all see a little different. But I wasn't gonna come tonight. Be honest with you, we was gonna postpone it tonight, but Trinity, asked me to, just come on, and it just calmed down and still be on. But I feel like we need to be on anyway, so. You know what I mean? It'll be a little bit better next week, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be on a different playing field for us getting myself together. I just gotta get myself back right where I'm at. Far as with my leg and shit. I had 2 surgeries back to back, so something small. But it is what it is. But I'll definitely see y'all next week.
Oh yeah, we glad to have you back. And oh yeah, on another note too, Twan, I do have Madden 25 on the PS5. So whenever you're ready for the show,
Oh
it's
Lord, here
cool.
we
We
go.
cool. I just had to put that out there. I ain't even play it. I just had to. You feel me? I had to get it. I'm like, let me get this because Twan, I'm gonna have to. But it's cool. As always, I appreciate everybody.
Hold on, time out. You been had my game tag, so you could have been sent this. So I ain't even trying to hear that. But let's
It was
go.
you working. It's the work week. I knew you busy, and so I'm like, I'm gonna let him make that money and get that bag. So I'm gonna say him now. You're not working, but like I was saying, I really appreciate everybody who tuned in, everybody who liked it. We got 9 likes, so I appreciate all the people who liked the video as well. Thank y'all for showing up. Thank everybody for commenting. Khadijah, Shay, who else commented? Michelle. KK, I appreciate all y'all for tuning in and commenting. Like, I really, really appreciate it. When people be like, I'm listening, I'm tuning in, I'm like, oh, damn, y'all really are. I appreciate that. Thank y'all. As always, I'm Najee, or you can follow me on IG at _Najee27, at Healing with Najee on all other platforms. And yeah, it was an amazing show. Twan picked a great topic. Trinity did her thing, as per usual, with coming in with all her Trinity-ness, and just, yeah, and Twan did his thing with coming with his Twan-ness. And
his
the fact
Twanities. And Najee came in with his Najiness.
My Najee, you know how we got to make it happen. And Twan showing up in the hospital, the dedication to the show, greatly appreciated, because a lot of people wouldn't do it. So the fact that you showed face and was able to engage and interact and still do your thing, I appreciate it. Thank y'all. And yeah, it was an amazing show.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. So welcome back, Twananies. You know what I mean? I would say that I feel bad that you are in the hospital, but I don't.
I know.
I don't, because, well, it brings you here, and I'm a girl, and I'm selfish. I'm self-centered this evening. So I'm not going to care about your health and well-being, but I'm going to care about how I got you here, and I'm going to celebrate in that. Maybe
No,
tomorrow.
that's right.
You know, but celebrate with that, right? We don't focus on what got us to this wonderful spot. We celebrate that we are in this wonderful spot. With that being said, you can find me, Trinity, at soulcare_with_Trinity at Instagram, and you can find his in her yang on Instagram at his_her yang. I also want to welcome back Twan and Najee. I want to thank you for showing up, even though you were having a not so good hair day.
I saw you had plank. What's the name? But I saw you turned off the camera, I'm like, she doing that because I'm doing this. But I took my braids out, and when I'm in the camera, I'm like, my left side look crooked, so I try to do it, but it's the right side on the camera. So I do and then I'm like, oh damn, I just messed it up. So then I'll just do this, and then that's what it was. I'm like, bro, but
Najee, we didn't care.
I know I wasn't talking to y'all. I'm talking to the people who do care, which is the people watching the.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. You know what? I gotta stop ignoring those people that care. I know caring is sharing. I'm learning. I'm learning. Work with me, people. Work with me. Yeah, but I really want to thank everybody for showing up. This was really a great live. Like Najee said, thank you for the 9 likes, because it allows us to know that we are actually doing something, that we are bringing some type of substance in our content to the platform of YouTube, amongst all the other crap that's on YouTube that I love so much. With that being said, tune in next Wednesday, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same place, right here. Also, share the damn live. You know what I mean? You got a little share button. You can click it, the little arrow, click the link, put it up in your DMs, your messengers, your text messages. Spread us around. We don't mind.
Yeah,
We like to be like seeds. Just spread us around.
spread us
Fact.
around.
And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if all the people, if you know me and you think there's great topics that you will want to see us discuss or anything of that nature, send them to me. I'm always open to discuss certain topics. And if y'all want to, if people want to ever come up and be a part of it,
just click the link in the comment section.
Yep.
And send with it. If y'all, like I said, if y'all got any topics that y'all feel like y'all want to hear or talk about, send it to us, and we'll definitely put it together and have it on the show. So I guess that takes that. I love y'all. We see y'all next week.
100%. And as always, make sure you guys stay magically delicious as we remain
spiritually defined. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you do not miss out on upcoming content as we go live. With that being said, later.
Peace.
Later.
Peace. That was